everybody, and welcome back to Philia. Last time, our heroes were taking an evening off, celebrating the vanquishing of the storm over Mitros. We got a look at the library of the Academy as Opa returns to take a relaxing evening taking stock in her office. The rest of the gang raid the pantries and instruments of the temple in preparation for a street festival. And Jury quickly nipped by his room at the temple to create a small gift for Nefel, and then states his notice to leave the temple in a very Jury manner. Atalanta made a quick stop by Vulcan to inquire about making dragon armor. But Nefel marks the start of the festival by making a loud noise on a tuba and giving a rousing speech to the crowd, introducing Kali's performance before rallying the crowd into a conga. The gang with conga in tow travels through the Agora out towards the city gates, where they run aground a funeral procession for soldiers of the Order of Sidon, with a caged minotaur intended for a funeral battle. The gang immediately starts questioning the situation, angering the priestess, but the minotaur interrupts, announcing himself to be Bulbug, the strongest fighter in Stygian Row, and recognizing Gladius Astra, challenges Jury, as he's the biggest, and claims that if he can be bested, he would join their crew. Before she could argue, Nefel charms the priestess, who then convinces the whole funeral procession to settle down and let this happen. The fight starts with Jury telling Bulbug in Abyssal that he will throw the fight. However, Bulbug does not understand Abyssal and starts laying into Jury. Jury throws himself to the ground, and Atalanta jumps in instead to pick up the fight, and while she deals a major blow to Bulbug, he throws her to the ground in a vicious attack, knocking her unconscious in one go. The rest of the gang jump in after, and Bulbug, ecstatic with the challenge of more people, is finally downed by Nefel. Jury heals Bulbug, and after agreeing to join the heroes, he leaves the crowd of mourners who previously wanted to kill him to go get his stuff. The mourners, bewildered by this scene but too afraid to question their charmed priest, simply leave, and Nefel leads the charmed priestess off into the crowd for now. On the way back through the Agora, Jury enters the taverna to speak with their house performer and old acquaintance, Brugmancia. They have a short, tense conversation that ends with Brugmancia telling Jury that maybe he is a bull. At the request of Jury, Opa asks the gang if they can visit the Temple of Sidon to request official funeral rites to be performed for Graxus, the Minotaur who was tasked with guarding Xander's tomb, whom the gang freed from his undead servitude. It was decided that Opa, Kaliandra, and Juno would be the ones to go to the temple, them not being present at the funeral scuffle. And here is where we pick back up. So, Kira is currently performing on stage. There's a lively festival atmosphere. There is people dancing over in the amphitheater, and you are currently outside in a bit of a hubbub, trying to decide, with a blurry python in the background of the shop just crumping.
Well, I think if we are willing up to it, we could sort of make our departure from the group, and if we're quick enough, we might be able to get back in time before the next round starts and before people start passing out.
That's the best time, no?
Yeah. We made our initial appearance, and then we will also be fashionably late.
Oh, I'll be back. Can I stare at Karen?
She waves.
Stare.
Wonderful. So, alright. I suppose if we're down for this, we'll make our departure then.
So,
Let's go.
the three of you then head off. So you're currently in the same district. This is where the amphitheater is. You head off then in the direction of the Temple of Sidon. As you approach, you're noticing that the surrounding area, you tend to be going away from the crowd. You're entering an area that is, like, it's nighttime now, it's gotten dark. You're noticing an area that is darkened compared to the rest of the city, seeming that none of the revelers want to come near this area, nor anybody inhabiting here want to join in the festival. And as you approach it, before you stands an imposing structure supported by carved stone columns. A series of steps carved to resemble crashing waves leads to the temple's entrance. And you find a large Peripteros temple. A temple, much like the
Theater?
no, what's the one on top of the hill in actual Greece?
Parthenon?
Acropolis?
Parthenon. It is a large temple, mostly consisting of columns surrounding a structure.
Nice. It's the garden one.
The what?
Oh gosh.
As you approach,
Museum, I'll tell you that.
you see some lights are inside, and it does look like there are people in it, but it's not. It seems much more like a solemn temple vibe than the festival down the way.
And I assume we've managed to not have any hangers on as we've made our way here.
No. I think everyone, the party seems to be focusing mostly on the amphitheater. It seems like you guys managed to kind of slip away without much fanfare.
I did dance as I went though.
What?
I did dance as I went though.
Well, that's just how you move. With most of the gang staying back, they're kind of taking to some of the
Flight chasers?
yeah, precisely.
Mm-hmm.
Of some of the attention of
Sniffling
you.
sycophants.
Oh, okay.
Sniffling sycophants.
So, as you climb the steps, the first thing you notice are you would call them priests, but the Order of Sidon is militaristic by nature. They do look more like guards posted at columns, who don't say anything immediately, but you definitely get a very suspicious look as you enter the temple.
I am strolling in with all confidence, for the record.
I am skipping behind her.
I am behind you both. But still, because I'm reassured, so, my head's back. Just clip-clopping with my goat hooves. Pay no attention.
As you enter, you find rows. You find rows of torches illuminating this pretty, compared to Temple of the Five, pretty sparse temple. There is it is an open plan of colonnade, so there is a breeze rolling through. But it is well lit enough that you can see a handful of aisles of seats and then open spaces, and people are there praising the Lord of Storms, prostrating themselves for the wrongs they have done that would cause him to waylace to the city as he has. And you see they are all doing this in the direction of an enormous central statue made of blue-green marble, depicting a tall, wrathful man with 3 eyes and long grey hair, wielding an onyx black glaive. A statue you have seen now several times in several of the temple settings as Sidon himself. Your presence becomes immediately known by some of the congregation, immediately becoming notable for who you are. You hear murmurings of questions of why you're here, and very quickly an old man in a robe comes. What the dickens is this? What?
Good man.
The great playwright.
Sure, he's the professor that keeps trying to debate over.
Charles Dickenius?
Dickennius.
What is the meaning of this? You come here to. Do you come here to? Why are you here?
Well, I know you already know me, but my name is Opa. I'm a professor at the university, and I'm also, by circumstance of fate, that can be left to the side. we're here to. We're looking to have a ceremony performed. During our travels, we met with a Minotaur. His name's Graxus. He was a follower of Sidon, and he had been through great pains, and he was able to pass on from this world peacefully. But we thought that it would be best to respect the beliefs that he held, and as such we would like to request in good faith that a funeral be held for him.
This is preposterous. This is uncouth. This is ridiculous. This is you speak the name of a long dead man, and there is only where is the rest of your arm? This must be a trick. This he just starts babbling, until you hear a loud booming voice from back near the statue itself. It's like, cut that babbling out, and standing not armored as you have seen him before, but robed, Commander Gaius.
Oh, come on.
This
I'm such a
motherfucker.
fake. We were meant to stay polite.
Well, Commander, it is good to see you. I hope you are in good health.
He's no tar.
You
Nobody's
speak
a target.
to me.
I suppose I am. But what are you doing in the hallowed halls of the Lord of Storms?
As we had explained to your compatriot, we are here having encountered a man that I suppose many had thought dead during the course of our travails, who was a follower of Sidon, and we wish to respect his rightful funeral rites, and as such we have come here in good faith to request that those rites be performed. I know that you don't like us, and where we stand.
Frankly, we don't like you.
But we think you'd like us if you got to know us.
Where we stand in our current predicament is secondary, I think, to respecting the last rites of someone who did their duty.
And was terribly ill-treated.
Also, like, you were, like, near us, right? Because you heard, like, this guy talking, so why did you need Opa to, like, repeat that? Just out of curiosity. No? Is that not an okay question to ask? No? Okay, fine. I guess I'll just fuck myself.
Stay polite, Juno.
That was polite! Honestly, it was a genuine question. But fine, whatever.
Hello?
We are surrounded.
Loathe as I am, to slaughter you all on the Lord of Storms' hallowed ground,
Be very loathsome.
and admittedly, having seen you fight in the past, I know it wouldn't be an easy struggle. You with your magics, you with your brutin, you with your tricks.
Jealous?
I intend
What tricks? It's just music.
I intend no violence or conflict. I come here peacefully.
You
According to
mentioned
Christianity, jealousy is a sin, just saying.
Whoa, don't
a
bring that
curious
in.
situation.
Christianity made your own, don't
You
mix.
mentioned the name Graxus. Are you referring to Graxus the Butcher
I am
of the First War?
the very same.
Now,
You can
please explain to me how a general dead for 5 centuries
He was not dead though, was
came
he?
into your purview,
Well, he was undead.
and perhaps why you wish to revere a funeral service for him.
He's only partly dead.
He was undead.
Yeah,
He was nice enough, and we feel bad.
On top of which, he had been treated cruelly by the Dragonlords.
Xander specifically.
And it would be remiss of us to not write the historical record as to, 1, his fate, and 2, the crimes of those who have passed.
Because we're nice like that.
We want to keep a sort of neutral ground.
Neutral.
Hit me with just a base charisma check. I'll let one of you. I'll just allow one of you to do it there, whichever one you want.
Would get advantage from the popping in? Oof.
You don't need to worry. This is my voice.
Yeah, you get
It's
advantage
always
with
an
voice.
advantage with my voice.
Wow.
Yes, go off, Professor.
So that's 15.
You see him kind of just like digesting this. Like this is, like you can tell that he's finding it hard to believe. Like it's pretty. It is a pretty outlandish thing. To just kind of drop on someone, particularly someone who has been a notable enemy. So you see, like he's kind of taking it, just kind of digesting it.
I understand that you are a man of faith. And I understand that there are people among my group that are also people of faith. I can respect that you have your beliefs, and I wish to also respect the beliefs of the past. I have been a professor of anthropology for a long time. I have
How
met
long?
with people. I have met with people from all over this fair land and for interlopers in between. There are people who come with a myriad beliefs, and I myself, personally, I don't know where I stand on that. But I've been called to action, and I am doing my duty as Graxus once did. I understand that this is both outlandish, given everyone thought he was already dead.
He was dead. He was undead.
Partial, rather than.
We released his soul.
He was only mostly dead.
He got bad.
While I am still unconvinced that this is not some elaborate ruse from you and your rabble,
We can describe him physically very well.
On top of
Graxus was a formidable champion of the order.
Yeah, he rightly fucked us up.
You see, you do see a little smirk as he that kind of crack his face.
We still got him though.
That's why we're here.
And if historical records are to be believed, his body was never recovered. So this
Well,
is-
we don't have one. It's gone in the wind.
Yeah, for all you know, you could be
So
breathing in
we
there.
will do this for him. But tell me, knowing the cruelty that the Dragon Lords put him through, tell me how you feel about carrying their weapons. That brute woman carrying that axe and that fool claiming to be a demigod carrying that shield. How do you feel carrying the weapons of tyrants?
Does it bother you? Because if so, it's
Does it
real
bother
easy.
Really?
Honestly, yes, it does. Much is the same way that there are many benefits that we have reaped that have come at the suffering of others. None of it is trivial. None of it is trivial. Any loss of life is not trivial.
Better to be in the hands of those who won't be tyrants than those who want to be tyrants.
Also, careful who you call tyrant.
Why
That's
are you
just-
trying to start a fight?
No. I mean, that's just advice. Trust me.
Please pay no heed to
In
that.
this town, you get stabbed.
Even Callie's not trying to get stabbed here. What are you doing?
I'm not trying to get stabbed either. I'm just saying. It's not you don't want to get stabbed
Your
either.
default is trying to get stabbed. Like
I
You
can
know,
understand
whatever
the
happens,
feelings
happens.
that you're having, and I can respect them, and on some levels I can empathize with them.
Oh, they were dicks.
That's my honest answer. And I I can also recognize the terrible, terrible things that the Dragon Lords did. There's your answer. But I still believe that the path that we are following is the right one. Not because of anything that the Five in particular have said. I just know it. That's my faith.
You see he turns facing away from you, facing the statue of Sidon. The funeral rites will be done. Now leave and return to the minstrelling of your puppets. And know that if we are to meet again in less hallowed ground, a peaceful option will not come so quickly. And he storms right back off.
Oh, we understand.
Can I
It's
shout after
on.
Can I shout after him?
He's walking.
I can only hope for the better, Commander.
Also, we'll bring our tyrant. Don't worry.
What fucking tyrant!
Well, he's meant to Atalanta.
Oh my god, okay.
That's why I said be careful who you call it a tyrant.
That's the nicest thing you've ever told me.
I called him a brute.
Or
he's
brute,
fucking
whatever.
dead. He's
Yeah,
fucking dead.
Oh,
and
he's
he's
fucking dead.
Oh, we're gonna stick our video
you
fans
guys
on
have
it.
his website so I can kill him.
Less hollow ground.
That's brilliant,
Okay.
French fancy.
But yeah, as soon as he leaves, like the entire congregation are just kind of glaring now.
As confidently as I enter, I confidently leave.
I take a stage bow, blow all of them kisses. And
Oh my
sigh.
I just like clip clop obnoxiously loudly.
It is a dread silence as you leave.
Open plan as well, so that's going everywhere.
It's echoing just between all the pillars. Oh lordy. Yeah. So that is as you leave. Then you leave that just empty silence. That temple of sheer powerful reverence. Crossing back into the more well lit area. While all of this, then, while these three were off in the Temple of Sidon, was there anything else anybody wanted to do? I believe.
I did. I want to hang. Yeah, Atalanta and the boys. Listen.
Nice
So
idea.
first thing I want to do is I want to I think last time I remember I was Nefel was giving me a hug, so I'm gonna lean up to me Nefel, you're going to do the games tomorrow, yes?
Yeah.
So listen, I have this idea for practicing without all of us getting up. What if, and I pass over the bowl of grapes, how good is your dexterity? And do you think you could chuck one in Atalanta's mouth right now?
I have the dexterity of a perfectly average man.
Go for it. Unless you think your dexterity is bad enough to not catch it. You
Wow.
sound pretty dexterous, aren't you?
I'm
You could
happy
catch
to
a
try,
flying
but
grape.
Beware
Am I
that
here?
should it
Yeah,
miss
yeah.
my mouth, someone will be losing
Is this
a finger.
still the temple or?
No, this is back at the amphitheater.
Ah.
This is while they're having their thing. We're gonna toss some grapes real quick.
Nefel picks up a grape and goes to
Oh, I
toss
like
it
the
into his
good
own mouth.
dexterity.
Can't I roll for that?
No, that's it.
Excellent.
I'd say you can do that pretty confidently.
I couldn't, but I'm glad he can.
Yeah, same. I've tried a lot. It's not it.
I've done it.
I don't know if Jury can.
Oh,
That
that's I, Eric.
No,
Can't do
no, but with Jury's text, I don't know if Jury can.
it. Not a chance.
I can-
have decent text.
I have
I
a
can-
better idea.
I can
there,
certainly
Jerry.
slap a grape in my face.
Why don't you and I have a little arm wrestling match? Get us in the mood.
Oh.
No. What? No. Why would I do that?
Why wouldn't you?
I would get very tired afterwards.
Jerry, I think she's, as they say, calling you out.
I don't understand what this has to do with the grapes.
Well, the game.
She's calling out your grapes? I don't know.
Hey, what you-
Atlanta, are you calling out his grapes?
Well, no, he wants to practice for the games.
No, I wanted to watch you throw grapes at each other. Fine.
Okay, why don't we throw grapes at Jury? And she grabs one and throws it straight at him.
Oh, that's fine. Can I dex check to try and get this?
Oh,
I would love a grape right now.
Is she making
Confused
a
crab.
dex attack?
Intercept!
If you both want to roll dex checks for me,
Oh, yes, I would like that very much.
Jury, 15 and above, you catch it in your mouth.
3.
I got 19.
You got 9, you catch it, you just...
Nice.
That's an 18 throw, just so you know.
Nice try.
Ooh.
That's how the TNC group.
I like to imagine that Jerry's just fully like mouth open.
But while we're all here and enjoying these wonderful airborne grapes, I'm gonna
I
like...
hear that it's all about aeration of the grape.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
exact. You have to aerate the grapes.
Yeah.
Well,
We learned that from
happy
you know,
launching his
homeboy.
grape. Atlanta's gonna like underthrow it and like another grape right in his face.
Confused. Can I text his guys that too? With a hoof!
Oh my god.
Well, I got a 16. What you get?
I have to consult the book to see if this is allowed.
Oh no, I'm just checking. You continue.
Yeah, they were asking you.
Another 19.
God damn it!
Wow.
Wow, if there was a,
You're so good at catching grapes.
Baby!
if there's a grape throwing contest in these games, you've got this.
I think we could start one. Like I said, why not make more traditions? You know,
What a great idea, more games.
More games. But listen, and then I like to think we continue doing this for like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And like, so while we're enjoying all these wonderful airborne grapes,
I like to think that that Bish caught that one by rearing up and two front tooths like.
Oh my god.
that's unsettling.
And it falls flat on his face.
like the scene in Bambi, just what? Did anybody else notice that bunch of nymphs that keeps looking at Nefel? They're put in the conga.
The fellow looks like what turns and sees like all his boat buddies. Oh yeah, they're my pals, and that one is one of my girlfriends.
Your host?
Bish is gonna go up behind the
Elvis
fell.
like sees you point, he's like, hi. And just waves.
Like
What
Bish
is
is
your
gonna go up
girlfriend?
behind the fell and in a real sort of like a
Actually,
Mickey
might
from Rocky way.
Might be my only girlfriend currently.
Nefel,
You
what the
gotta
fuck
keep
does
the
that
legs
mean?
strong, okay? There's none of that before the big games. You gotta keep. So you want no jelly legs? No. There's no contest for jelly legs.
I think I missed the point where we got jelly legs.
You got to eat thunder and grab lightning.
Can I inside check to find out what the fuck that means?
That's all on Dave.
The fella
Okay, you're my friend, so I get like advantage on inside check.
the fella blinks slowly and goes, yeah, sure.
That's a 19. Dave, what the fuck did that mean?
From Rocky.
It's one of those classic centaurs.
Oh, it's
And also, Nefelador shoots lightning.
Oh, guiding bolts more like a religious thing.
They're the same as crapping lightning.
Bish is basically Mickey from Rocky. You know, the old trainer that dies.
I got it. And so,
I'm imagining he's wearing a big sweatband on his head.
oh, nothing intellectual in the regular one?
You see Pythar chimes in, it was like, you're talking about crap and lightning? I used to be able to do that, you know.
See? Even you know that, right?
Or maybe it's more of a
I
fact.
ate a gemstone. It was pretty painful, but it looked rad as hell.
I put my hands over my jewelry as I hear him say this.
These are things people used to say before the big fights in the street. You know, I don't know much of this stuff.
You should introduce us to your boat friends.
Okay. Elvis!
Hi, Fel. How are you enjoying the party?
It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. My favorite act is gone for now, but she'll be back.
I hope so. She was really very talented.
I couldn't
she's
agree
incredible.
more. Yes. These are my treasured friends, or some of them. You're not here yet.
Do you know where Nefel has lost his boat? Do you know where that is?
Yes.
No, we I caught
You got all of you, everyone present is treasured. Except for
He told me about the missing Seathorn.
well, yeah, mine's the
Seathorn.
yeah.
Yeah, he told me about the missing Seathorn. Unfortunately, I wish I knew where it is. does have a tendency to misplace things. I'm sure he's left it somewhere safe. I'm sure it's perfectly fine and being well maintained.
Oh, it's definitely burned to the ground.
Oh, I wouldn't. I think that's.
Atlanta's our jokester, and she's our leader. She's very good.
Oh no, sure. Besides, I acquisitioned the boat myself. It is as formidable as any boat out in that harbour. It is.
So a very average boat.
It is more formidable than any boat. Frankly, the only boat.
Skytorn is the one I lost. I knew there was something like it.
Yes,
Seatorn is the one.
Seatorn's mine.
Yeah.
In fact, the only boat sitting in that harbour that pales in comparison to it right now is mine own.
Yeah.
So I'm sure wherever it is perfectly fine.
No one's ending.
You know, we're going on a little boat trip soon. Would any of your crew be interested?
We do actually need a crew, don't we?
But I thought the boat was crewed by the damned.
We need a boat to get to that boat.
Yeah, we need.
And then we get.
It's cheaper if you don't go direct. You know how it is.
I guess we could go by land and then swim to the boat.
I feel like we need to get our sea
Legs.
yes, our four of them.
Yes, I'm sure Persephone is well equipped for swimming across the sea.
Buse's eyes go quite wide.
It's okay, there's water walk.
Persephone, do you want swimming lessons?
I can see perfectly. Yes!
Let's go for a swim right now!
You have swum with us. I'm gonna
He has
grab
swum, yeah.
somebody's hand and start going towards the water.
Quite well, actually.
Those stupid rolls. God.
I'm gonna start pushing Persephone's big butt towards the dock. Which I assume is quite
At
right.
this point, then the other three arrive back.
Ah!
You just see like the three of you just show up to Nefel just pushing pieces of your like, come on, time for a swim.
I'd be all down, but I get salt out of my.
It'll be good, it'll refresh us before the big games.
Nefel, I don't think you'd like to drown one of our key players.
I'm trained as a lifeguard.
Oh, you're all taking part in the games. That's so exciting.
Are you?
Not all of us.
No, no,
Why
I'm not. I'm
You
not.
were always very dexterous.
I have a very specific set of skills, and that is piloting a boat.
Callie loudly whispers to Jerry, "Who's this?"
His Elpis is Nefel's girlfriend.
Is what?
I know.
Hi, my name is Elvis. I'm Nefel's captain and partner.
Captain? I thought he lost his boat.
Well, no.
He captained his own ship for a short
Can
time.
we
You were captain?
Can we skip over this?
He has no. Here's the thing, Cal. He has a girlfriend and two boats.
To give him
He has
possession
two
of
boats?
an entire
Did you
ship.
lose the boat?
He's-
Did you lose the girlfriend?
Oh, he's the most
Oh,
formidable.
she's not here.
He was frankly our
But she wasn't
third
here
most
before.
formidable sailor along the
I'm good in the water.
Yeah, when you say
On the
formidable,
seafloor.
Shoes.
Once I'm on the boat, they can't go very far.
they can go in the water. Now when you say formidable,
we found a fun trick where we made extra long laces for him and tied them around his ankles so they would act. So when he took them off, they were just kind of hanging from him.
that's how we didn't
That
think of
seemed to
that.
work for quite a while.
But not forever.
You are a iron one.
Thank you.
Now when you say formidable, what does that mean? Like a good sailor or like
I was the chief navigator.
terrible in battle?
Oh, no, we were a trade ship, so
Yeah, that's
battles
true.
never really
quite
came up.
What did you trade in?
You're
Of
very
various
sentimental.
just
Oh,
various
I thought you
trade
said I
wares.
was bad at it for
No,
some reason.
formidable.
Why?
Interesting.
I was
Interesting.
sorry.
Depending on the market.
Exotic wares.
Oxy?
We strictly don't carry livestock. It's too messy for our
Yeah.
for our ships.
We like a good clean day.
We don't have stables built in aboard, and I'm not retrofitting.
We
this.
have
You meant to-
very well trained oxen. They practically don't require stables.
Yeah,
Very
you.
clean.
They-
Are you meant to put them in a stable? I thought they were
There
in
is
a field.
ox- You know what? Oxen shit across like.
Oh no! These ones have got special don't shit.
And I don't think I want to transport them.
A 100% efficiency.
They seem illegal, and
He moves like a snail. It's fine.
I'm just saying, I rolled a 19 there for sure.
I did not ask you to roll a concept.
He rolled a 19 and what? Inventing shit in his life.
I think it's an deception. deception.
You rolled a 19 on rolling a fucking die I didn't ask you to. You keep that.
Oh, that's a full-on deception. Come on.
It's a self-esteem check.
Yeah.
Hey, you
He believes it. But he
Could
believes in
you,
himself.
could you stop con my partner?
He's not a con. We really believe this.
Okay, so
Inside
Our
understanding of
I don't
Odyssey
think
is
he
extremely limited. I cannot confirm or deny anything I said.
Listen to me, Stephanie. I am not a very smart man. The one thing I know is everybody poops.
Listen, I have no idea what I'm talking about, but I back and believe Fuchs 100% in all this business. I know so little about animals, and I have such faith in
Can I
Stephanie.
inside check these two bozos to see how much they know that they're saying?
Listen, I've said what I said.
Okay, we are going to pan out of this scene of just all of you just being like, of just all of you clue pointing each other as the night continues on. Eventually,
Hey, you know what I was doing? Stop asking us questions.
you all enjoy the company of Elvis, Pythor, Kira.
Can I do a non-bullshit thing before we get to morning?
Okay.
It's non-livestock related.
Okay, get one. You get one.
Okay, so I'm gonna wait around till when everyone else is when people start going to bed. I'm gonna hang and see if there's anyone who seems to be staying up like a little longer, and I'm sort of like angling around and hanging back to see if I can get somebody to accompany me on something. Maybe I don't know.
I've just been looking at Jury all night, and I'm just gonna hang back because she's suspicious.
Oh my.
I am oblivious, but have kept Kira off stage, so I'm still up.
You still
Oh, as
going?
long as Callie's up, Fel's up there.
Yeah, like after like not long after, you just kind of like accusatorily point at each other for a while. Like,
After we've settled from that.
Kira did relinquish the stage, so Callie did continue forming for the rest of the night. So as things like the amphitheater wants to kind of clean that up, so they kind of shuttled you all out after quite a while. Like it's kind of late into the night now.
I'm
so
just
a lot
looking
of
for
these-
anyone whose vibes won't be brought down by my sad boy bullshit. So I'm trying to suss out who looks like I won't be ruining your night if I come at you with some sad
You're
shit.
just gonna.
Then you're gonna make
If
one
I've been
better.
kicked off
And
stage,
that's
I've
how
still
I
got
love
that
it. I
zither.
love it.
Alright?
I just saw my
I'm going-
worst
I'm just gonna sign up to
non-academic
Jerry.
rival. I just saw my worst non-academic rival, so I'm already my night is
gone.
Take
ruined.
a street.
I'm gonna sidle up to Jury. Quick, can I shove this in your wagon?
Whatever it is, yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Where's the wagon?
It's in the villa. I know.
Can you carry this for me then?
What am I carrying?
A zither, don't worry about it.
That's short. I left my weapons back in the back short. I slotted it in like the mall slot. I was like, yeah, it's fine.
Nice.
Just Kira knocked out.
just blood dripping from the No, Elphys, captaining a ship, has duties to do in the morning. So
Oh, but I want her to give me a jockey back while I'm.
she could not. She gave me a jockey back earlier, but like she takes whichever the crew back. They leave pretty early, so they
She
were
was
like.
always the dry one of the two.
I'm going
Oh,
to
that's
like.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to make.
But inside the boat.
I'm just gonna make rolls for Kira and Pythor.
Uh-oh.
More tattoos. More tattoos.
If Python gets tattoos without us, I'm gonna kill him.
Oh yeah.
Is it okay if it's like a sibling tattoo though? Kids are allowed to get.
Yeah, I guess that's allowed. But if he gets new bathroom tattoo homies, he's dead.
You see after performing for a while, you see Kira like you can definitely tell the exhaustion seems to be getting to her quite a bit. So you see her kind of like just stretch out her kind of her sprightly, spindly arms. Oh, damn man, guys, this has been a blast. I love this. I'm so happy that you're all doing this. This has been wonderful. I am about to collapse where I stand. And I want to be well rested to see you all at the games tomorrow. I'm really excited. I can't believe I'm so happy that you're all doing that. It's a great tradition in Mid-Trust. We'll be singing songs about what happens over the next couple of days for aeons and aeons. And of course, then we have the Ultras after. I'm going to bed.
Good night.
Good night.
And then like as soon as she walks by, you see Pythor 2 pints in hand. Like, so we're still going, yeah.
Yeah, Adelante's gonna take one of the the steins from him, take a drink, and then go and put the rest in front of Jury. You look like you could use a drink.
I don't drink beer, but thank you. Do you have any gold? Do you have any more of those yellow shots left?
Oh no, they went immediately, and they take so long to prepare.
Tell me about it. Did you ever get a hand on that?
It was Kira that made them, and she's gone now. So.
Did you ever get a hand on that Goldschlager, by the way? I was asking for some earlier, but nobody seemed to have any.
No. I was drinking mostly beer. So I was not
The
looking.
carbs, Pythor. Oh my god.
I don't know what that means.
I have somewhere to go. It was great. I'll see you tomorrow, Pythor. You want to get more tattoos before we leave, by the way? Not today, but in general.
Or today.
No, not today. I don't know.
More tattoos?
Would you look at the time?
Oh, yo, at least if we'll get you tomorrow. Have I'm
You
going
can
to
practice one on me if you like.
This is a weird vibe. I don't know how to feel about this vibe.
That's rude.
Yes.
Yeah, Atlanta's just gonna down that beer and then walk out and go home.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go like follow after you and see. You're coming too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
you
if the music's gone, I'm going on too. Music and my girlfriend's gone? This place sucks.
I
I've
may
been
not be
kicked
a
off
god,
stage.
but I also do need my rest, so I'm going to turn in early.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Betty Boys.
Okay, so is it just me, Callie, and Atalanta now?
Yep.
So I'm gonna go to sort of like wait for what I very obviously have something to say, but I'm just like waiting for an appropriate amount of silence.
I'm staring.
So, nice to meet all Nefel's old friends. That was pretty nice, wasn't it?
It was interesting. Wouldn't have put him down as quite as sexual a being as he appears
Or
to
having
be.
so many, or losing them.
He's very likable and very forgetful.
That's true.
I am also very confused as to why he would have been given ownership of a ship.
Well, I knew it was his boat. I thought it was more of a smaller boat.
Yeah, but it's nice that they all trust
Like
each
a
other so
dinghy.
much and everything's going on so well, you know? I think these are questions we should best put to
I think we
Nefel.
should find that boat for him.
Well,
We are already looking for the boat, aren't we?
Well,
Every time we see a body of water, we
More
go
of an
look for it.
effort.
We're about to be on the sea. We can find it there.
Go bother the harbour master.
That's a great idea.
That's a wonderful idea.
I think you guys should go to the City Row and see if you can. Yeah, no, I'm not here, but that's just my 2 cents.
We get like an oath of friendship tingle. Yeah, this is like a good idea.
Hold on while they just send a fucking pinned note to the chat. You can't find dock information in Stygian Road.
I was just wondering, just because while we're here, is there anyone here waiting for either of you?
Oh no, absolutely not.
Well, I'm just saying we should. It's a perfect time to reconnect now that we're so.
They're not waiting for me.
Celebrated. No one ever is, Callan. Let's be honest.
It's true. I always just arrive.
This is true.
You are the star.
That's a nice thing for percent to me.
Maybe to your face.
I've had a drink.
We should give her a drink more often. I like
I've
her
always been saying this about all of us.
That would be my last drink on this campaign.
That's fair. There'll be a lot of murder after this. We can't have you drunk while killing. Although, I'd say you'd be fairly good at it.
I'm fairly good at most things that I do.
This is the truth.
While drunk.
Of course. In my hometown, we have entire tournaments that are fueled by wine.
That sounds
Interesting.
delightful, honestly.
We'll be
It's a
doing the
bloodbath.
games while
That
drunk
does.
then.
I take it back.
Oh, it is a wonderful.
But
Is the wine so you don't notice all the blood?
Of course.
the white wine gets the stains in. So you think if just Adeline, if you were upset about something, wine would really make your vibe a lot more chill. Is there anything else that you think might mend that? Not with you in particular. Oh my god.
Inside check! Is Jury hitting on her?
Inside check, please go ahead.
I would like to inside check as well.
You both get advantage because of any friendship.
Yeah.
You guys could just ask.
Are you kidding?
Oh, that's not so bad.
That's a 17.
16.
Okay, yeah, he's not slick right now. He's like really definitely thinking about something else and trying to cover what he's actually the question he actually wants to ask by trying to make it relevant to the conversation.
Jury,
Turning.
what is on your mind? Spit it out. We don't have all night.
I had an encounter with someone I used to know, and I think, upon reflection and eating a lot of grapes, I think maybe I might have been the asshole in the situation, and I kind of want to go back, but I don't think I have enough nerve to go by myself. I was just wondering if
I'll
maybe
go.
I'll go with you.
if you would accompany me, because I don't think I'll go if I'm left to myself.
Well, what
We're
is
already
the
in-
nature of your relationship? I mean, is this someone we need to fight? Is this
No,
I'll kill her for
supposed
you.
to harm?
Please don't.
Okay.
I think I might have been in the wrong in this scenario. And then, when are any of the stalls still open?
It's late enough. A lot of them are starting to shudder.
Okay, well, is there maybe a flower stall that still has shit half out? Or I'll take a booze stand, but I think those places are probably pretty fucking ravaged.
You do see. Roll me a look check.
Ruh-roh. 5.
No, everything shuddered.
Okay. Alright, well, I don't know, it's okay. Well, it's, and I start walking us towards Taverna. It's like, it was, Persephone mentioned on my behalf, that I used to be a sculptor, and she is my former muse.
Oh. This is a romantic relationship?
I'm standing real close to Adeline as she says this.
It's, the nature is
From my understanding, oftentimes muses are not simply to be looked at.
no, because they're people. What are you talking about? They're people with substance, and one of my big issues is with the way people treat Kira. I mean, I didn't recognize her when we first met her. My B, by the way. But it's just like, as in, people treat it as just like a scene of nature where it's like, oh, you look so good, gotta encapsulate this forever. But it's not about that. It's about evoking the feeling of a specific experience and part of the human spectrum of emotion, and capturing a feeling and finding someone so just wonderful and interesting that you want to capture their pulse forever.
Now,
I think it was romantic.
yeah. I am no expert on this, Jury,
I am.
but it does sound as though you have a hormone imbalance.
Excuse me?
I believe that you would call it love.
A hormone imbalance.
Yes.
I don't see
A
what
sickness of the mind.
that has to do with needing to make amends.
Oh, perhaps
It doesn't.
We should move on. Neither of us are qualified for this part. Perhaps you should tell us what you did wrong, and we can figure out a solution.
Yeah, you said you were a dick. What'd you do?
Nothing. Okay, are we there yet?
You start walking. You're walking up through the Agora now. Much like out in the Temple District, where the stalls in the amphitheater have been closing up, a lot of the stalls and the bars here are starting to shutter. It is late at night now. So you're seeing a lot of the kind of, like, you're walking against a lot of the crowds now. And as you kind of walk into
Just
the
pushing
Taverna, you
people.
see that is, you walk in, you see like kind of the last kind of handful of people that are out, having kind of drifted out into the smoking area to kind of like finish up their last drinks, and looking in further, you just see people kind of starting to sweep the place up. It looks like this place is closing down, or like closing up for the night.
I'm with the talent. I'm here to go backstage.
What did you forget? Something that's...
No, I know the performers wait 15 minutes until after last customer is gone, until actually leaving in order to avoid the crowds. I'm in an entourage. I'm here to go backstage.
Do you know another performer?
Well, there is no performer there. They busted on us earlier this night.
Do you know where she went?
I am not at liberty to give out personal information.
Oh,
What if I ask
of
really
course.
nicely for it?
But pardon me. Is
That's really nicely for it.
Fuchsia? It's her code word for entourage. If you check her list under Marjorie, it's I have had a standing
Who's Marjorie?
space.
I'm
Shut
guessing where jury came
Marjorie? Oh, yeah.
No.
Wordplay. I like wordplay.
from. I distaste.
Hit me with a persuasion check.
Can I ask, are there other guards around, or is it just this one person by themselves?
You see a handful of other, not guard staff. You see, like,
18.
a handful of other kind of staff and
Do they look armed?
bar staff.
Okay.
Oh, so yes.
They're onto their words.
Glassing.
Listen, buddy, if I wanted to tell you where she lives, I don't know. I just work here.
She's at home.
You can, sure, probably. I don't know. You
Do
can
you
go
know where
backstage
she
if you
lives,
want.
Jerry?
Just don't wreck the place up. We're cleaning up.
Okay. Do I know where she lives?
Sure, you've been over
Hit me
before.
with a history check.
There's a lot of
Surely
that
charisma,
in
no?
there.
Based on because I wouldn't be like I remember where you live.
History check.
Beans. Actually, no. I'm gonna pick one.
DC 15.
How's my history? Not at all. 3.
Oh, it's so close.
Oh, you got 3 last time too.
You were always...
Savage.
You spent so long in the temple, you were never great with directions, particularly along the suburban areas. Like,
He's all the same.
you have a labyrinthine recall. The streets all look the same. Hit me with a perception check.
Okay. One of the ones that hasn't screwed me so far.
I inside check this bozo to see if he's telling the truth.
Sure.
14. Perception.
Let's catch them.
Just 14.
14. You're kind of like you're dejected. Like you're kind of like you're torn because you're like, oh, she definitely did ghost after that conversation. Fuck, why can't I remember where she's gone? You're just kind of looking, and like you see like they haven't really gotten to sleeping outside yet, and you see it's trampled a little damp, and you can see some stains. The picture that you left on the ground is still sitting there.
I'm gonna go get it. And then while I'm going sort of like past, sort of like push past going to grab, she's like, can you leave her a message that I was looking for her and need to see her as soon as possible? And that I have something that belongs to her? So she actually needs to come and see me?
Sure, you got the name?
Yeah, Jury. From Gladius. I don't know if you've heard of me. We're staying in the Queen's Villa.
Well, we have our own private villa.
Yes, yeah, we have our own villa.
Well, la-di-da. I'm sweet.
You're Taverna. You don't get to have that. Okay, first of all, I'm not going to hear that shit from you.
Atalanta's gonna just start like gently pulling Jury around, just like, I don't think this gentleman is going to help us. And she like puts her hand on her dagger, kind of and it's like no, and then just like starts pulling them off.
Do I need to stab? No.
Okay, so then can I try and stealth to pick the picture up?
If you want to try and do it without people seeing.
Yeah, I want to do it just without these two seeing.
Oh, good luck with
In
that.
that case, I'm...
Yeah,
Or actually, sleight of hand. It's the same for me, but still. Not dirty 1.
Oh
my god.
I
Yeah.
see.
You try a little
Clank.
Yeah, you kind of slip a little bit trying to get it.
Oh no.
What's that, Jerry?
Littering.
Yeah, but what is it really? Oh, actually, he doesn't want to tell us. Doesn't want to tell us. Then we should get back to the villa. And that's
Yeah, we need to get back to the villa right now.
Yeah, you pick it up and like there's like there's some cigarette ash on it, there's some blue stains. It's like and there's some footmarks. It's obviously been sitting there in the middle of a busy smoking area for the night.
Why is it sticky?
That was there before.
Probably.
It was nothing. It was just one of my old sketches. It's not important. And I put it back in my pocket. Back to the villa then. Gotta get
Perhaps
ready
we
for the
could find her
games.
tomorrow. We may be able to get some help from the guards or other people.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Listen, Kelly, it's no. Listen, we went to your horseplay together. It's
Well, I didn't know you were there at the time.
yeah, and also like full disclosure. Although we're showing back, it's like I know a lot of bards. listen.
I'll kill them all.
Atalanta is literally gonna like move between the two of you as you're walking, just to like.
This was my whole job, most of it.
As long as you know that I'm the best.
Well, yeah.
Good. As long as they also know that I'm the best, they get to live.
Oh, of course, yes, you're so right. And I whisper to Atalanta, that's the thing about bards, they like to feel very special. You just need to feed into it.
They're so
Yes, no, of
needy.
course, of course.
Of course I'm needy.
As you all,
Yeah, like, I didn't bother whispering. That. She was just like, they're so fucking needy.
as you then ramble back to the towards the palace to the villa, the camera will pan out, watching the city lights of Mitros eventually flicker off one by one, to leave a quiet night before a busy day tomorrow. I think we're actually going to take a quick break there.
Oh yeah.
We'll do that after break.
Okay.
and welcome back. Everybody here, for a start, if you haven't already, you get a long rest. Recover all such expended resources.
I'm at 38 HP, baby.
Lavelle, make your roll.
I do.
You good?
Yeah, I do. Fuck. Thank God. For the games, I don't want
one of your millions of pencils. Can you imagine? Thank you. I just need to go.
Oh, I spent a party.
What if the fell runs out of things to lose?
Well, he
Then
can't.
it's us.
He can't forget to sleep.
You always have to
Because
dig.
Oh,
of
yes.
exhaustion.
Very interesting.
And if he forgets to sleep enough times in a row, he dies.
Yeah.
You really thought this through.
Hasn't happened yet.
I mean, like, is there a point where, like, how many points of exhaustion is it?
I think it's
6?
Yeah.
6, like.
It's
let's say.
incredibly unlikely because after I roll below 5 to lose something and below 2 to like.
You have to roll 6 nights in a row. You have to roll a nat 1 on your d20,
Yeah.
and then a nat 1 on your d4.
Yeah.
You have to roll 12 ones between d20s and d4s.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is it's possible.
It's
Has
possible.
There's a
Has
chance.
the fell ever just forgotten sleep?
But surely someone
In
could
the-
just go
not
to him and be
in
like,
this
go the
game,
fuck to
but,
sleep, Nefel.
Canonically, it's happening.
But every time he goes to sleep, he has to make the roll.
Right.
What?
But I mean, is it
I think
possible
it's like- I
that
think
we could be
it's-
like, the fell looks fucking tired?
You just want to
Like,
kill
you could
anyone.
provoke Nefel to get him to sleep in
Oh,
the
I
game.
just wanted to
And
make sure,
that would
wouldn't you?
really-
I don't want to be.
Yeah.
Like,
And
that
it's
would
more
make
like
sense.
it's one of those things where everyone goes to bed.
There's a very specific morality
all night
going
when
on
you
here.
start. That's how
Right.
Well, I think also it being when you go to sleep is just
Also,
representative of the whole day, as opposed to when you fall asleep you lose things.
So one of us should take the sleep spell.
It's
Juno
incredible-
already
Anyway, you are all, so after your long night, you are all awoken nice, bright, and early by a well-rested and ecstatic Kira.
First costume.
Are there any more of those Bloody Marys going?
Good morning, everyone. It's the day of the games. Everybody, the games.
Who's
Why did I sign up
strolls
for
in
this?
through the door.
And the fell starts.
Be ready!
So, all of you are all of you had entered, yes?
Yes.
Apart from Mopa.
Yeah, I'm
Deuce.
sitting it out. I want to conserve my energy for the time being.
She told me she's
Get
gambling
out
on
to
it.
the rival to do the box and she'd join.
She's got a bitching
I
sweatband.
think you got the light in the feet.
Yeah.
It's never too late to join. I assume.
Oba, we did take an oath of friendship.
We did.
We did. And I will happily be fulfilling the role of that by cheering you all on.
And gambling on us, right?
Of course.
Or you're going to bet on all of us.
To win!
I will bet on all of your matches.
I just want to do better than you.
Don't worry, I did.
Well, you can join me in the stalls then. The five. I'll be up. I'll be up in one of the royal booths. Valos is going up there as well. With Pythor. We'll see if we can get Vulcan up there as well.
Just like move his chair.
I think you could probably attack me rage.
Presenting the four gods of Mithras that still have physical forms and some siren woman.
Yeah, the four gods. And me.
I'm the academic of the heroes of the gods. So you are all then after preparing yourself.
Mitros 2, Opa time.
After getting properly dressed, preparing yourselves, you leave the villa and then make your way. For those of you who just came out in the headband.
Are you ready?
It's a Flavin's headband.
Flavins!
He said the oats give you strength.
It's like Popeye with like a can of oats.
Ricky time.
Yeah, you deconstruct it. Oats first, then water.
Make your way then out of the palace
I
and
like the
very
before the squid.
You make your way out of the palace and very quickly find yourself following a stream of people roving out then through the early morning sun, through the streets towards the foot of the dormant volcano overlooking Mitros, Mount Vulcan.
Ah.
As you so
we
you,
should light some incense at the temple to wish us good luck in the games.
You are already at the mountains.
Can I turn to the gods where our friends say, "Can we have some luck?" Yeah.
Kira just gives you like a thumbs up, like,
I feel great. That's basically a guarantee, right?
Don't worry, I got you, Phil. And I inspired. Not yet though, because it only lasts 10 minutes.
Thank you.
as you make your way, then you follow the crowd up a spiraling path up the entirety, up the summit of this dormant volcano, up to the rim of its caldera, where overlooking it now you see the entire basin of this volcano has been transformed into an open top coliseum.
Now hold on, we're in the volcano?
In the caldera.
That's gonna go really well.
Is it an active volcano?
Yep, dormant.
Oh, okay.
So far. It's getting hot in here.
It's
Nah.
just sleepy.
You don't put a volcano in a place and call it dormant and then say that's all.
As you find yourself overlooking it, you see crowds already lining the aisles built in and around the walls of the basin. You could already see dancers and celebrators kicking off the opening ceremony in and around in the center on the floor. You see dozens of running tracks and courts have been set up for a wide variety of events, with rows of stone benches have been hewn in the mountainside, with thunderous chanting, cheers and celebratory music echoing throughout the stadium. Both the athletes and spectators hail from across Philia, wearing all sorts of exotic and colourful armours. And as you reach this, you see that a lot of the crowds are starting to part. You see most of the crowd filing out to the spectator stands. But you see a handful, small groups of people heading then into the athletes, heading into the performers, those of you who are taking part in the games. And Kira is like, I suppose we'll head this way. All of you, truly wish you all the best of luck. I fully believe that all of you will come out on top in all of which you are participating.
Now, how well did you do again?
Quite. Oh, you know the old adage, old Pythor came and gold and everything.
Yeah, what did you cut? Like bronze?
I came in silver in the javelin.
Just a javelin?
What about the discus?
Giuseppe, have you met me? Do you think I'd box it?
What about the discus?
I think you could blast someone if you want to.
Well, maybe I wasn't so good at the disc. Maybe I got dizzy and fell over.
Ah.
It happens.
So if I place it all in discus.
That's all you do. You're in.
I'm in.
Make sure you said she was 5 foot.
Yeah, about like short, like 5'3" like short.
How tall is
Rude,
Callie?
I'm 4'11".
1 inch taller than Callie, whatever.
How tall is a
At
javelin?
least 4'10".
There
not
are
a
varieties of
she's
javelins for.
The
Kira's
worm,
got an inch on me, Ashlyn.
the worms stand up to help you.
There's like 5 inches on me, Rebecca.
Oh God.
You just called her short.
She's taller than me as well.
Rebecca, we are dealing in
seem like
people
you're
who are up
talking
to
to
10 feet tall.
Oh, Kevin just a new buddy. Anyway, he's definitely 100% he's here.
You don't see him today. Like at least like at a glance, you don't see him around.
He fucking said he'd be here, but okay, whatever. Be like, can you believe? Can you believe? Anyway,
Kelly has not been listening, but I know.
not listening.
you went to go
Just shit talking.
There's
Is
shit talking
Bulldog
happening. I need to-
participating in these games? Anybody remember could have signed him up for something?
I have not met this man.
I don't think it came up with the whole funeral and the.
Our old
Indeed,
friend
yeah.
Bulldog, you
What?
know?
Yeah, we'll meet him after for celebratory
He nearly
drinks.
killed most of us.
What?
Anyway, look, we
yeah.
have to. You don't need to hear about that.
He's a new friend. He's part of our crew now.
He is not a friend, he is a monster.
But
Fine,
he's
Fantastic.
He's
I am with
part of our
Aslan.
It only took
Jerry will remember that anyway.
5 of us to beat him.
So as the rest of you,
crew.
you are shuttled off towards the stands with Kira, who is kind of like telling you just all the tales of the games gone past. The rest of you then are left to head then down to the
Like a locker room?
I'm trying to actually think of a good word, because like, performers sounds wrong.
The waiting area.
Competitors.
Competitors, that's exactly it.
It's the most dangerous game.
The willing participants.
We're the fools chain.
These are the competitors. You head in, there's a handful of changing huts and preparation rooms and locker rooms.
Is there an oiling up hut?
Not specifically.
I'll just oil up here then.
There is.
Wait, no.
In the neck, just oiling up.
Wait, you don't know if Discus is first. You don't want to be slippy.
Maybe I do.
Yes, I don't know enough about.
Swans
Listen,
up
I've just
in
got
there,
a
just like
place
swings off
I
his
need
trap
to win
jacket.
the javelin.
Yeah, you're
fix
seeing
that.
you kind of head in like this place is thronged with hopeful competitors hoping to win
Or just break
fame and
everyone's
glory.
arm.
A lot of them obviously spot you and they're like, you see a handful of people like, oh fuck, not the Gladius.
That's right, they should stop
Screwed.
repeating.
I had to stretch my glutes in front of them.
But throughout the kind of that, like there's a mad hustle and bustle, and while a lot of people are excitedly
Can't wait for some
hyping each
reason.
other up and telling themselves how they're going to do well or woe, you hear about some notable participants who are the highest bets currently.
Could you have looked free lemon water? This is a
Like
nice
anyone knows
place.
if I cast a game.
I don't think rules aren't.
Are there rules?
I didn't read anything about rules.
I didn't read the rules.
I did
Yes,
just,
I think these are
in fairness,
protein
I-
shakes over here.
You think
There's
they
rose
mind if
water
I
with actual
cast
rose petals
me?
in
In
Oh my God,
fairness,
this is
I spell read games and then signed up for everything. That was all.
I didn't read, I just heard Kira participated and
Like
signed up.
cucumber slices.
I mean,
that's
that's
so-
Oh my God.
As
So
you
good.
are preparing yourselves, you hear about a handful of hopeful competitors. You hear about Sai, an elfin man from the kingdom of Odyssey, famed across Philia for his accomplishments in previous games. However, being Oresian, the citizens of Mitros held a particular grudge against him.
He's a red heel, you might say.
You hear about Egan, an old satyr man representing Astoria, an older competitor with more than a dozen games under his belt. People calling him the Old Goat.
Yeah, Waterford boy, strong.
Pretty heavy belt.
You hear about a human woman called Falana, who is a glamorous bard from Astoria, bringing a legion of adoring teenage fans from the outlying settlements who are cheering themselves hoarse.
Oh shit.
You hear of
Rival
one
fans.
You could get it.
You hear about one of Valus's, Queen's Guard, Hatria, an Amazonian warrior. And actually, this is the first time an Amazon has actually ever participated in the games.
Oh shit.
Just
Double
Yeah.
feature.
this one.
However, nobody seems to be able to kind of get a read on her. She seems to be kind of aloof from the crowd.
Go get
You
her.
find out about a half-orc named Yorgis, who is a devout follower of the Order of Sidon, and that he's an arrogant and pompous, and has intense dislike, and has been talking shit about you guys pretty much constantly.
Fuck, more like old prick.
Well, then he's gonna get hit. That's usually the outcome when you talk shit.
You
That is
find
as the
out,
saying goes.
you find out about Leyland, a human representative from Mitros, and is the favourite bet of the Mitrosian crowd.
A human.
He is considered one of the greatest athletes of his generation, a modern day Pythor.
Oh, wow.
Was his
What,
granddaddy
is he-
a Hercules?
Is he cool? What are his vibes?
You hear about Pancras, a nymph from the
Pancras.
distant northern steppes. Quite an exotic figure, and is treated with curiosity by the other athletes.
Deceptively
And-
important.
And finally, you hear about Spira, a siren woman who is an underdog. People are claiming this to be a return because 5 years ago she suffered a grievous wound during the games, and
Oh,
this is her
shit.
redemption.
Oh no.
No, tell me about grievous
Wow,
wounds.
someone hears an
That's an
undergrad
underdog.
story.
Well,
Ah, shit.
I like just looking at you like,
is $1 Million
Have you
Siren.
not
You've heard
seen
the
all
play?
the shows, all the
You've heard the play?
Underdogs
yeah,
always
was-
win.
Widely panned.
You shouldn't have
Money on
been.
the underdog.
You have never seen the great play, The Mighty Ducks? I used to see it like once a week back when it was playing in the amphitheater.
Oh, it's a beautiful
riding up
epic.
horses.
Oh, but the duck is so brave.
It's
So strong.
So
Safety
strong.
in numbers.
Those ducks could quack.
Very good at synchronized swimming.
Guess
Oh,
it's
it's
fair.
like hard.
Full heart, stuck eyes, can't lose.
Are you all done?
Yeah. Let's all have a good game! Good game, everyone! Hey!
I'm going to find a leaflet and read the rules.
As you are all getting prepared, there is a registration booth, just kind of like, just basically mark you all in for all of your seeds and to make sure that like you're all present for the
My
game.
seeds are all here.
I don't remember seeing.
What about all the ones you sewed on your ship?
Well,
The rules are pretty simple. The rules are obviously the rules dictated by each competition you are entering. Magic is forbidden. Magic is forbidden, and even to the point where the entire procession is being overlooked by
big wizard.
Archimedes, the Academy's arcane master.
Archimedes!
Archimedes, the Academy's divine
That's
master of divination.
Is that Opus academic?
And it warns that he is wearing
He's about to be.
bronze goggles with the detect magic spell, so he is on the lookout for.
He looks like a nerd.
for any
Curious
Does
Caesar
cheaters.
over here.
inspiring count as magic? It really shouldn't.
Let's not push it. No?
Do the
I can't help
rules
myself with that.
mention
So-
anything about rope?
You can.
It
So the
specifically
rules
says you can't
state you
inspire
can't
yourself.
tie rope to one of your competitors.
Yes. As rules obviously dictate that, like, you can't interfere with another competitor.
Gotcha.
But it wouldn't be me, it would be the rope.
Deuce didn't want to hurt his competitor, but the rope, on the other hand.
The rundown of the daily competitions are set as such. As I mentioned, the games are running for 3 days.
Ooh.
With the first day, with games running pretty much with all 6 of the various games running the first 2 days. But I'll just tell you which ones you guys are doing on the day. But the third day is dedicated solely to the Great Relay, which you have to place in one of the previous 5.
We have a pretty good chance with our numbers.
Previous
Say
6,
somewhere. Surely.
which you have to place
That
in
would
one of
be
the
so
previous
bad if
6
we lost all
competitions
of them.
to placing a relay.
Where the
Where
heroes
was I going to?
I know. it's
So
fun.
the first game up for all of you is going to be the long jump.
Hey!
So
I feel like my gut legs will be a benefit.
They will.
How many events are on today? I
Did you
need
take
three.
note of what ones we're
3.
doing?
Okay.
Like,
Okay.
Well, I'm doing them
There
all.
we go.
Yeah,
You
me
were
too.
doing
I have the list here.
amazing. Yeah, that's what I was asking.
Yes.
Yeah, I just wanted to.
So participating in the long jump is Nefel, Juno, Atalanta, and Persephone.
I suspected
Oh,
as much.
that should be great at this then.
So
Gangs all.
with
Giuseppe can jump high, but not very long.
We're watching.
Hey, listen to that.
I only
hands
have 4 inspirations for the day.
so with all 6 of these competitions,
Atalanta's got this right.
you have to
She's got
play
athletics.
a qualifying round and then the actual
Oh
competition.
shit.
So
You'll know.
Now only 3 of them can play. Really?
Yes.
I
I
can
believe in
inspire in the moment.
now, so with qualifying round, that's a variety of different seeds. So everybody playing in this, roll me a d6.
6? That's like a regular dice, right?
What's this thing with
Yeah.
seeds?
What a trick.
Like brackets.
1,
They do a
2.
qualifying round.
Yeah, like that's like everyone. Like there's kind of like everything to be separated in like groups because there is hundreds of people participating.
5.
5, 1, 2, 6. 6.
They're all in different.
You are, yes, this was deciding which seed you're in. You are all participating
Not
in different
against each other.
qualifiers.
We don't need to
That's
pick
good.
then.
Well, unless we're actually against each other, that's good.
Most importantly, have fun
Yes.
out there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Have that
Don't
good
use your
time.
expression until
Okay.
it's close. Because
Just
So-
finals, yeah.
The rules of the long jump. You are all going to be participating separately against.
Nobody else, just ourselves, and we win.
These better be good names.
Again, this is a qualifier. You are all currently participating against 4 other competitors in each of your brackets. Top 3 of each of these brackets will place into a competitive rank.
Come on, baby, come on.
How the long jump works is obviously the 3 longest jumps are the winner. How the actual mechanics work is you can choose one of 2 options. You can choose to either do a standard long jump, which is literally just your strength score in feet,
Oh.
or you can choose to make an athletics check of DC 15. Less will cause a detriment, any more will add a bonus to your long jump speed.
And
To your
how
long jump
does
distance.
one calculate their long jump?
No, it is like your strength score.
So, like, mine's 14, so that would be fine.
Oh, long jump 3 plus strength.
No, just your strength score. Like,
Oh,
Yeah, it's like the number here. 13.
17.
So you
Minor.
would roll a d20.
Oh, yeah.
like that's what I'm saying. Like like literally your strength stat, your strength score, that's your basic long jump.
yeah,
You
but
can choose to take that.
You know what? Can
No,
I
I'm
make
gonna
sure I
do-
go last so I can decide? I'll decide then.
Bish
Yeah,
is
but
going all
you're
chance.
I'll- you know what, I'll
you
just-
can make the check.
I'll just actually, I'll basically, I'll
Or
have
you
like
could
your,
roll for it.
I'll have your 3 competitors,
13.
for each.
Tingle first.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah. That'll make a lot more decisions for me.
Roll. Go
Wait,
with
just
it.
roll.
Which round is first? You got one.
I got one, I assume.
You would
I
roll
assume
that.
so.
I know. Is this like?
We're to be honest, for the sake of these, we're pretty much gonna roll all of these together.
Oh,
Practice
That's
for
fucking
the
games. I would
finger
roll.
guns.
Like, I'm now understanding. Listen, Kira's got 30 decks. I may not be.
No, not yet. His character in the Turtles.
I think we make it more interesting as I roll.
Yeah. I mean, like, you just have to not come last for the qualifying round.
Yeah.
It comes up.
You just have to play.
Roll, baby.
Yeah.
Believe in the heart of the dice.
So I roll a
Last
d20
thing.
down, wouldn't I? Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So
We're about it.
in all 4 of your seeds, of each 4 of your competitors, 3 of them chose to take a standard jump, which for literally all of them is 12 feet.
Oh.
We should all just take our standard
One-
then, right?
Yeah.
In say Nefel's seed, one competitor decided to try to make an extra jump, however failed his athletics check and has only jumped 9 feet.
So, can I just jump 17 feet?
You can just choose to jump 17
Yeah,
feet.
I'll
Just fucking
choose
do
to
it.
jump 17 feet. Fucking dweebs.
Oh, look, he's so good at this.
Oh, he's so good at this. He's lazy.
I'll just take the default jump too.
Yeah, no, you take a running
It's
sprint
not.
and you leap 17 feet,
He wasn't even
Yeah.
trying.
jumping and
Slides
placing.
across.
He's all the stomp practice.
Oh, it's true.
We should have like a little Statler and Waldorf box. Good jump, yes. That's
Jumping
what
and
shit.
placing. Atalanta, I believe, was next.
Yes.
Same again. Again, well, for all of you, just because to kind of get this all out of the way, like all of you will place last in your seeds. So,
Yeah.
same again. 3 have jumped 12 feet. One of them is going to attempt more, and did. So he has jumped 13 feet.
Yeah, I'm gonna take my standard 14. Thank you.
Yeah.
No,
13.
she's not even trying. She's beautiful.
You're so much
So majestic.
insane.
A lot of
Place it.
like a lean swimmer's build. Must be.
Now, kind of
No,
kind of under our way.
no.
You were. We'll go with Juno.
Yeah, 5,
And
6.
So 2 of your competitors. So you're going to go third. 2 of your competitors have chosen their standard. Have made 12.
I'll go with my average 13.
You're going to go with your average 13.
Yeah.
Okay.
On a qualify.
So your 4th competitor is going to choose 12. Your 5th competitor is going to roll.
What? Shit.
It would always run. Well, wait, don't choose you yet until you see what they get.
What?
No, he's already chosen.
Oh.
I decided to place Juno third in there. See,
That's so rude.
however, they did fail and pretty spectacularly. They only jumped 8 feet.
Chip for the race.
I'm big.
Persephone, you go first in your seat.
Oh.
What's your chance?
My dex?
No, it's
Your
strength.
dex.
It's strength.
16.
Well, 16 is over the.
Just take one. Yeah, just
Better than a lot of these rubes.
They'd have
I'll
to
go
roll
for
it.
16.
You take your standard.
You can use it risky. This is the first thing to see who qualifies, and then we're actually all going against each other. So just qualify. That's the first.
16.
Yeah.
3 of them are going to take the standard. 12. One of them's going to roll. And it only jumps 8 feet.
So his laces are tight together.
Like lethal rope.
Just he's just in his tent with it. He's fucking sick.
So, all 4 of you have placed in the jumping competitions.
Yay. Gladius
Now we gotta
Oscar.
compete,
Hell
right?
yeah.
Now you've got to compete.
God
So,
claps.
you are.
Well done, there. Nice jumps, guys.
It's nice that they didn't stress themselves out for this.
Yeah.
Good
Good,
task.
Save
we
it
didn't
there,
stress
chicken
ourselves out for this.
Of course not.
You felt you'd be needing
Orange
a
juice?
Absolutely.
feel. I still don't crap lightning though.
It's getting really built up in there.
I think now we'll start rolling.
So, the qualifiers, there's no real fanfare because the qualifiers are literally to thin down the ranks.
Get out all the rubes.
So, as you guys were a little bit late, you missed the actual opening ceremony and the speeches. So, announcing the first competing event, the jumping competition, you see up in the announcer's box a familiar face. You see the Prophet Versi, who is overlooking and adjudicating this tourney. So
No,
as
kiss you didn't speak now.
you as you look, then you find,
Try your chances.
Sidon's daughter. Weird vibe.
and
They're not
you
close.
You see
Just
somebody.
chill,
You see an obviously magical robed assistant put kind of divinish a quick spell and put his hand on her shoulder. Obviously casting thaumaturgy, for she then announces a booming voice. Welcome one and all to the jumping competition of this year's great games. The competitors in this round are Juno, Persephone, Nefel, Atalanta, Spyra, Leyland,
Oh no.
Hatria, the Vulture of the Cerulean Gulf, and Egan.
Don't know about you guys, but
The
even sounds
vulture
like a
and
dick.
Egan. That's such a psychic
And
vibe.
It's like handball.
Annie.
We can't make fun of doing then it becomes underdog and then they win.
Oh yeah, well, then we
Egan's
be
like
the
this
bad
world.
guys.
Yeah, we're the bad
This
guys.
world's Jack. Bland.
Wow, your nephew's called Jack.
Very
Whose
bland.
fault is that?
I want the 4 of you to just give me quick initiative rolls.
Oh.
Just to define the order of which you are playing.
That's what
Kind of want to go last.
19.
Yes.
Good.
I
That is
Zero and
a
zero.
12 for
High, we
Atalanta.
go.
I'm going pretty high. Oh,
So
shit.
you want to roll now one on this.
It's okay.
Oh, I got 12. So.
17?
No, I got
So
10.
the later you go, the more you know how other people do.
Sorry, Atalanta,
12.
Persephone,
17.
It's our initiative, right?
Juno,
11.
Nefel.
19.
Damn.
I'll go first. I'll take it.
I mean, it was 17.
I'm very see enthusiasm alone.
I mean, it just
He congas his way to the
front.
So, the first competitor. So, as you are all given your draws, you get the look of the land. You see before you what race did I say Spiro was?
A siren.
Siren. Sorry, Spiro was a siren, yes. So you see before you 2 young.
Well, sirens surely should get a bit of an advantage here.
They are like no sirens. It's by rules. They're not allowed flight.
Yeah, but they can glide.
So
It's a leggy
see-
contest, not a wing contest. We all know
More
this.
is showing.
you see two young before you as your competitors. You see two young sirens, one blonde and one brunette. You see
One of those is
Sierra's
a dye
children's?
job.
a large.
Not the one you think.
You see a very large, well-built human man.
New Piper, they call
A very old satyr
We're sitting.
and an Amazonian are your competitors.
What?
Well, there's a
As had
wing
already
statue.
been announced their names. So the first up is the young brunette-haired siren. You see she's wearing a dark leotard.
Nice.
Runs up to the plate, kind of keeping her head down, not really looking at anyone. As she goes, jumps and guns it. And going to it's going to go for a roll. And jumps and hits 17 feet.
You got a roll
Well, you
The second
Tied
up,
first isn't bad.
second up is the next siren, who is going to who is also going to roll. And is going to fall short and hit 9 feet.
I guess I know who to call the town.
Nefel, you are up next.
Oh god.
It's only DC 15.
Yeah, okay. It's only a game, and Nefel's gonna give it a go, give it a roll. Give it a roll.
scares, but it felt
I think he's good.
Yeah, Nefel wants
Seems
to
to
He's
need
good for
help.
it. He's good for
Yeah,
it.
he's good for it.
He did so well.
And
He's so well.
Nefel is gonna shimmy up, like,
give it a try.
really eating up the crowd in that kind of way. And gets
Damn!
24!
Okay. Here's the thing, right? For every 3 points above the 15 that you rolled, this is athletics, right?
Oh yeah, strength design.
Strength athletics. For every 3 points above that you rolled, you gain an extra point to your base, an extra foot to your base. So you get 3 extra points to your strength roll.
Oh.
There are 3 extra feet to your standard long jump.
So
27?
27?
No,
No.
so your standard roll would be 20. So your
Wait.
What's your strength?
My
17.
strength is 17.
17.
So it's 20.
So you have just jumped 20 feet. For
But I
every,
rolled 18.
17 plus 3.
you rolled 24.
Yeah. I rolled 20, but I have a plus 6 to Lex.
Yeah. So no, that's like your full, that's your full roll, right? 24.
Oh.
So
No, you don't roll. You
24
don't
minus-
jump 24 feet. It's for every 3 points above the 15.
24 minus 15 is 9. 9 divided by 3 is
Okay.
3.
Is that
Let me tell you.
I have no idea. what
So
you're talking
your
about.
strength, your standard long jump is 17.
Yeah.
You have just jumped 20 feet.
Which is insane.
Grant.
Nefel's reaction.
I feel like
I told you got
I'm
this.
imagining like the referee's like you did cool.
Yeah, you were just playing the fell, right?
But I felt like it was
a good
24. But you're saying it's 20.
You say it's no.
What if we just have Nefel win everything?
The refs understand.
What if
And just
You're
sort
not
of hang
here.
out.
it's just us
Sexy.
two? What if we just make Nefel like Python, like have him win every game?
We are going. So
You guys
the
talking rigging.
the large human,
No.
No.
the very ripped
You
human
do what your heart tells
is
you. I
Leyland
can't.
is
And
going
he's
to go off
already
the
got
plate,
this.
and you see him kind of crouch, get low, tense up his calves, and just bullet off from the start,
Doesn't stand a chance.
and takes his standard and jumps 18 feet,
Doesn't stand a chance.
18? What's that?
hits the ground with a thud.
Good try.
Oh!
Don't get number 1 with safety.
Oh.
That was a sick burn from the two of them.
Persephone, you are. You see him
Right
kind
after
of.
you
You see him
can't
kind of
go.
side eye. He's like,
His forelegs
let's see how you do.
Yes, we will. I'm up soon.
You're up now.
What? I don't think we're in the same thing. No?
Yeah, we
You're
qualified. Now we're in the same.
We're in the
same
finals
race.
now.
Okay.
Welcome to the
Okay.
finals, Persephone.
Welcome to
Just
the fucking
forelegs
game,
down.
Dave.
I just love shit.
Welcome to the game.
You have more you need to work out.
I love
But he's-
Dave.
but he's
So
so heavy.
you're up next.
So
What?
The ass is fergalicious.
So large.
Now it's time to jump the jump.
So 19.
19.
Yeah, eat shit. That's what it was.
You jump an extra foot to your standard. What's your 16? So you jump 17 feet. Shit.
Nice try.
Leyland.
It's all about the fun we have along the way.
Oh, what, you getting mixed up with all your legs?
Oh. Centaurs are meant for height jumping, long jumping.
You want a squat, bro?
Oh.
Sure, I said.
I'll beat you in squats.
The boys are
Fucking
fighting.
time. You seen this thing?
There's a rivalry happening here.
I don't understand
you
what
see
about.
You see the young sage-eared man just kind of, oh, young ones these days. And you see him prime his goat legs and just kind of,
Oh shit.
bucket.
The goat.
GOAT for a reason, baby.
But you see him kind of falter a little at the jump. And only
Shouldn't have come out of retirement.
and only hits 12 feet.
Ooh.
Damn.
I mean,
Unbelievable.
20 is a bit mad. Like, how can they beat the Phil?
Then I'm going to
Well,
get quit
Atalanta
now.
is
We
up
could
next,
just
so we will
leave
see.
now. No, we have to watch
No, I
the
want to
other
watch. No, I want to watch.
one. Oh, of course, of course.
23.
23, so that's
I don't think you'll need to do any magic. I think they'll get this by themselves.
so it's 2 feet above. So you hit 16.
My stupid
Wait,
strength
what?
is just worst.
It's that they were explaining it to me as well. It's not your.
But I
It's
thought
a whole
it's
thing. If you take your base, you get that many, and until you roll above it, it's every 2 above.
Every
Every 3
three
points
above
you roll, you
is
gain an
another-
extra foot.
Yeah, so 17 is my base, and then every 3 points I roll above 17 is another foot.
I thought you said it was every 3 points you rolled above 15. No?
Yeah.
3 points above 15, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, whatever.
So you take your roll, minus 15 from it, then divide by 3.
You know what?
Add that to your base.
Just accept what Kevin's
Yeah.
saying.
Oh, okay. Oh, what
Like,
was your base?
14. Very
okay.
low strength.
I assumed your base was higher.
Much higher than the average person.
That's, I keep forgetting that fella's so buff.
So
He's very
jacked.
lean. He's a big swimmer.
Big swimmer.
Why do we have to do all the heavy
Beautiful
hitting?
boy.
We've got fucking.
Oh, no, he doesn't do
Most
well.
of them
But
over here.
he doesn't.
You don't have to do the heavy hitting. You just do.
Just like to do it.
You see,
But you're so good.
next up is Hatria, who
Used to Tuckney.
just kind of walks by you as you hit your 16, and is going to go for a roll. And only hits 12 feet.
I knew we had the better Amazon.
The better Amazon.
And then Juno.
She has to live with a caster, so she probably that's a handicap in itself,
That's
you know.
true. That's gotta bring you down.
Believe in the heart of your feet.
Your goat hooves.
Your goat too.
Better with just 2, I hear.
Oh, we'll see. Oh, that is 14. God damn it.
Roll a d4 for me.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's a minus.
D4.
This is how bad you stumble.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Vin, I didn't mean it.
This is how bad you stumble.
It's okay, you can't beat the fell anyway. It was just too impressive.
Yeah.
I feel like it came out too strong from
That's
the beginning.
2.
I mean, everything and I
Launched yourself.
0
You
on most of my.
falter just at the jump, and only make 11 feet.
Hey, better than that other guy.
It's true.
Wait, did I get better than you for that? On the other satyr?
Yeah, you did. I think.
Yeah.
And what did he get again?
No.
No.
Oh.
You can make 12.
Oh,
Yeah,
you did
that's what-
far better than the young Sagier Spira who rolled 8.
Oh,
Who hit
okay.
8. So you didn't do the worst.
So
Oh,
sages
yeah.
get better with age.
Like wine.
You see then a referee. A referee comes up and is like, congratulations to he goes up, congratulations to Nefel and Leyland, 3rd placing champions. Please draw up for a tiebreaker round.
What?
So We're actually going to keep the same initiatives we have. So the vulture is going to approach first. Both of you rolled 17s. Both of you placed third place with 17s, so we're trying to go.
At some point in the middle.
You have to listen.
She went first.
Did she?
Yeah.
I think Kev didn't use the term vulture. I know he described her as a brunette.
As a brunette, yeah, no, there was the two sirens went first.
Oh, apologies.
No, there's the blonde-haired siren is Spira, the brunette is the vulture.
Come on, keep up.
I kind of just assumed it was an actual fucking vulture, to be honest.
She kind of sidles up next to you, like, very quietly. She is not saying, like, next to anything. And then approaches the plate and kind of glares at you a little.
Bish silent, well, not silently, but lowly goes,
Should I?
Oh my god.
Should I help
A
now?
joke that won't
No,
land
no.
for thousands
Wait,
of years.
if it looks like Armand isn't going to win,
We'll see
You're
if she
going
goes
to
first.
Take the run.
Is she going first? She's going first.
She's going first.
Grand.
And take the run.
What's boost?
It's the most dramatically satisfying.
And it hits another 17.
What's your strength?
16.
You have to roll.
There you
Like
go.
Stephanie, do it.
as long as one of ours places, I think we're fine.
Well, you've got first. Do we want third? We don't really care about third. We don't care about first.
Save it for if they have a bad round.
Oh, of course, of course.
That's 20.
Nice.
20. That's only 17 again.
17 again.
Oh my
God
god! Okay, I say they duel to the death.
That's the only
She's
way.
gonna go again.
They go
Oh my
again.
god!
You can see she's starting to get a little tired. She didn't expect to be jumping
I get
3
them back
times
with
in a
now.
row.
So I just
Before
take
the
it
actual
now.
race.
No, gotta do it now, gotta do it now. Well, the adrenaline's still high.
And is going to run up. Is going to take the plate.
I'm gonna call out to Boost and inspire him.
Is that not interfering?
And
No,
is
it's not magic.
only going to.
It's just French.
It's just friendship. I can come back in a short
Does
rest.
our like
And
bonus
is
action
only
help
going to
count
make
as,
15 feet.
Oh, actually, he doesn't need my help. She's terribly. I've inspired.
Wait, I could just take my base.
Yeah.
You
No,
already
let's take
rolled.
my base.
You just rolled there.
No,
bud.
no.
You just
Just
rolled
rolled.
there.
Okay.
I've
What did you
inspired
roll?
I've inspired
I
you.
don't know. I
Fucking
just
use it.
because I looked down. I saw. I was like, oh, I have 16 base.
I've inspired you. Just fucking use it.
Okay, well, want to roll again?
It's a D8.
Yeah, because I saw you got first and you need to roll again.
Inspiration is a D8.
Okay, well, I have no idea what I rolled though.
You got four.
We'll just
Got
make.
four.
We'll get you to roll again.
Okay, roll again. I did see what he got. But we'll,
Can't just take the base, no.
It's too late again.
Out of the D8 inspiration. Do it now.
Where the fuck did it go?
It's under your
13.
13. So long as you don't roll a 1.
You
8. 21 puts you 2 points above, which makes your final tally
18.
18.
How
You
efficient.
did it! You jumped your first!
My first little base.
Placing you in third, but that was the same that Leyland had jumped.
Fuck you, man.
I'm just getting warm.
What, you wanna go, bro? You wanna go?
Yes.
Squat.
After this, I'm very happy
Right
to
now,
go.
squat.
Okay, can we roll for squats?
Is it just me or just
You
Leyland?
just gotta start squatting there.
I don't really like him.
No, don't even roll for anything. You just start squatting at you like that's
How do you keep doing
as you and Leyland just start squatting at each other, Nefel standing there, and the referee was like, "Congratulations to the placing competitors of the jumping event. All 3 of you will have places in the Great Relay
Oh, sick.
2 days from hence."
Can I still take part in the other game?
Of course.
Yes!
Your next tourney is coming up soon.
Alright, better go get oiled up again. Excuse me, sir.
We're not gonna do find out who's won.
I won!
Yeah, we did. Yeah, Nefel placed first.
You were competing for third place.
Yeah, Nefel placed first. Leyland placed second. You placed third.
Now we only need you, me, and Juno to place, and then we'll all be in the relay.
Did you not want to be in the relay?
Sorry.
I told you to run in.
It's about aesthetics. It's good
You're
PR.
gonna-
I'm here
Good
just
to
to
be
prove that
sorry.
I'm better than you.
I completely forgot as well. So there is a short as Leyland is squatting at you, and the 3 of you are led to a short podium where you are gifted with Persephone. You are gifted with a bronze medal. Leyland is gifted with a silver. Sorry, he is gifted with an adamantine metal, and Nefel, you are gifted with a mithril metal.
Immediately.
The fella goes to throw it into the
Why is
garbage.
bronze the regular
Alan's
pot?
going to take it out of his hands and put it into her pocket.
I was pausing to let someone stop me.
And raucous applause. Like, the crowd is going absolutely ham.
Kisses,
Can
mom.
I roast out of hand to tie the shoelaces together?
Everyone is
In
looking
front
at
of the
you.
entire stadium.
But
Yeah,
he's
but is he
doing,
looking at me?
he's doing it like panto style, like shh.
Yeah, sure.
It's Persephone's goal to be the clown of Gladius.
Oh, mission accomplished.
Achieved.
There's a couple people in the audience like, that guy, the guy who's getting stabbed?
Yeah. I thought that guy died.
That is 19.
Hey!
Wow.
Yeah, no. You're like, he is basking. He's like, yes, God, go me.
Is it still calling?
Go me!
And you're like, you guys take like the straps of his sandals, just kind of tie them together, and yeah, no, he just fucking eats shit. Like, what?
Oh no!
Oh,
Predator!
my friend! What's happening? Oh, I'm so tired!
Oh, I got such a low center of gravity. How did I fall?
You fought too low!
You need to widen your stance.
You do what?
This is personal compliment.
Hatchery is like standing kind of near you, Atalanta, just looking at this like, I won't tell if you want.
They're savages. We don't need to worry about them.
She puts a little kind of bump to fist bump.
She reluctantly fist bumped.
Aw.
I think we're going on. And as then Leyland is picked up and untied, you are all led back. In the meantime, is there anything anybody wants to do before the next event?
Re-oil.
How long is
like
there?
I said.
What?
How long is there between it?
They're kind of happening pretty consistently, so...
Who's in the next one?
Probably no time for a quick nap then.
No, like maybe,
I don't need
like,
it. I've got
maybe
plenty
a
of
half an
inspirations
hour.
left, it's fine.
So next up is this.
You guys are wonderful. There's like a big cheese and crackers plate back here in the
Orange
lounge.
juice, you want some?
Next up
orange
is the sprint.
Does anyone want me to oil them up? Anybody want to be oiled?
Next up is the sprint, which for you guys is
That's the
again
same group
Nefel,
again.
Juno, and Persephone,
The gang.
Ali.
Atlanta was also in the sprint.
Were you in the sprint or were you just in the jump?
I was in 2 events.
I think boxing was your
Boxing
other
was your other one.
Yeah.
one. Atlanta, come here with the cheese plate.
Obviously, if anybody wants to just jump in now as well, more than welcome.
I just feel
We
this
have-
lemon
Just add the
water.
jumping
We have
event.
the charcuterie board.
So the sprint. So the sprint is Nefel,
I
Juno,
realize how much I wanted
and
to say
Persephone.
charcuterie.
Any of you guys want
Sorry,
to be
Callie, what did
oiled
you call
up?
it?
The
No?
charcuterie board.
Yes.
Charcuterie board.
Buse's coma.
What? That's what it's called.
Yes,
The
yes, no.
charcuterie board.
Aerodynamics.
Yes, that was what I thought. Yeah, no, you're saying it right.
And also, if
I
you really,
know I
really
am.
good. No one's ever
I
considered
don't
that.
know what you have. What you
Oh, it's
It's just cheese.
It's like a dog.
He's also great.
It's like, oh my god.
and crackers. It's just the joy of the game.
Charcuterie.
It's just the joy of the games. I just love hanging out with you, Callie. That's it. It's just nothing else.
Now continue on your bullshit thing and set yourself up.
They're putting up the race course.
You guys did great, by the way. We were watching the whole thing. It looked so good.
It was good fun.
Lemon wedge.
I'm not here.
Lemon wedge.
You're not at the games?
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
my
Okay.
gosh.
Oh,
Oh,
it was on the
thanks.
VIP box.
I imagine you came back into the locker room to hang out with your best pals.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Lemon wedge.
Why?
I'm gonna get some
You guys
cheese.
did great. You guys did so good. We were watching the whole time.
I'm gonna get some cheese.
That was a
I'll
splits to stretch.
Is wine
I've
like out of the
decided you can
question,
splits.
as I am
Of
a
course you can.
competitor?
My characters.
Evidently with courage. No.
0.
Like,
Yeah.
you know,
Maybe
do you know, you know,
splits.
you should be bad.
But you can damn well try.
You know, you should be
Yeah,
so
yeah.
bad. You're being so bad,
That's like
right?
all his decks. All he can
His
do
arms
is
shoot
like,
put a little bit of gin in here.
Shroud is such a min-maxer.
This isn't cheese.
Everything wisdom.
It's a good thing there's no intelligence
forbidden
based game. Unless there is, in which case we just talk.
The greatest game of all, chess.
No.
Okay, so things are a little bit complicated, but we have our qualifying round first. Once again, all three of you, give me this time D4 rolls.
Little triangle.
You've got this. Stretch
There's
your
all three
legs.
of us, you mean?
Yeah,
just
so
drops into the
Ah.
splits.
Yes, exactly.
You're so flexible.
2.
I put all of my
4.
training into
2, 4, and
performance.
4. Persephone and Juno are in the same seat.
This is gonna be a one-man relay.
Oh wait, that's not good.
So can only one of them qualify?
Yeah.
What?
Can only one of them qualify?
What do you mean you don't know? You do know.
Yeah.
I didn't necessarily say fuck around and find out.
Uh-huh.
I think
Callie, I have no idea. This is my first time watching the games. I'm going to be honest with you. I've gone to so many of the after parties, but I've never gone to the thing. It's actually
after
isn't so
parties,
bad.
absolutely.
Oh, they're so good.
I
So,
forget who's in the same bracket. Bruce and Juno.
Fuse and Juno, the fellas in
That's
the
fine. I'm looking for Phil.
So,
watch me
the
fail me.
rules for running. You and your competitors, as you pull up to the plate, you find yourself up against 4 just kind of random motley kind of dudes. And
Motley dudes, what's up?
you find yourself there, and also with the vulture of the Cerulean Gulf.
Her again?
My dude, what's up?
She competed in everything.
I mean, like, so are a
Is
lot
it
of our
weird
friends.
to only compete in 1 or 2?
Callie, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not much of a sportsman, so I have no fucking idea.
Okay, so first things first.
I think we're doing it right, and everyone else is
you
weird.
They're
roll
wrong.
an
They should
initiative
just
roll
pick
for
one
me.
event and specialise.
And then stay back and eat cheese.
16.
Yes.
16. Just
Stop giving me high numbers.
Because they don't know anything about art.
That's true. I didn't want to be rude, but if we're going there, I saw that that fucking Stola is like about 16 years out of date.
Completely outdated fashion.
The pleats, disgusting.
Disgusting.
Is it a,
15, you
is
said.
it a peacock
16.
emblem? How
Oh.
gauche.
We've moved past peacocks onto doves.
Yeah.
Everyone knows
Okay,
We all
so
know this. He's common
Okay.
enough.
So basically the
Birds
race
have
works
moved on.
mechanically is that there are 6 stages
Oh, shit.
to the run. So we start off with an initiative roll. The person who rolls top of the initiative is put into what's called an ahead state. So one of the rubes is currently ahead.
Ah.
At each stage of the race,
Damn rubes.
this starting advantage lasts for the first 3 stages of the race.
Oh, jeez. You rube.
Not the rubes.
Here.
He's got no legs, Nefel.
It's like Mario Kart. They're gonna give you like a blue shell to knock them out of the fucking way.
What's
Or a
going
big
on in
stick.
the
If I go back far
box?
enough, will I get the
Just
cannon?
Just
of the
vibes.
Yeah, and
You're all just politely watching.
and I'm making out with Kira. Don't worry.
I'll kill you.
So, at each stage of the race, each racer may choose to pull ahead. To pull ahead, a runner must make a successful DC 15 Strength Athletics check. The DC increasing by 1 each subsequent stage. Failure means the runner gets a level of exhaustion for the race. A successful check means the runner is now considered to be in the ahead state. Once the runner has pulled ahead, they must make a successful DC con save at the end of every stage. Failure means they gain level of exhaustion and no longer considered ahead. When a runner has 2 levels of exhaustion, they collapse and are disqualified from the race.
I know, can I write this up on the whiteboard as it happens?
To be honest, it might be just better off if I just explain it as it happens.
But I want to also do a line
Oh, you want to do that?
drawing.
I thought you meant the rules.
No,
Fine.
I'm going to write it up. So we got Who's number one on the black?
Rube number 1 is ahead.
Rube
R1.
one.
Officially Rube number 2.
Okay, Rube number 2.
Oh, I was trying to see if I can find my exhaustion notes.
And then we have.
I don't think I have that.
Well, there's 4
It's
randos,
also
Nefel,
extra
and the Vulture.
It's like
More shit.
more shit.
Can I just take my base strength again?
And no, well, you can choose to not pull ahead, but that obviously puts you at a disadvantage.
I'm not gonna choose to not pull ahead. I'm gonna give it my all for the game.
Now, as I said, there's 6 stages to.
This is strength based.
So there's 6 stages. Pulling ahead, you have to successfully
I mean,
complete
that's if you
con saves at the end of each stage that you are ahead to continue being ahead. So you can hold off.
I
until
might.
the boss stage.
Yeah,
That's just
yeah, probably.
Okay.
Oh, just erase it.
There's 6
So,
times we gotta put it
first,
around.
so you
If
run.
people go ahead multiple times, do they get further ahead?
No, they just
Just ahead
continue
or
to.
behind?
No, you just continue to be ahead.
Okay.
Actually, sorry, lad.
We'll do that.
Yeah, this is really complicated.
Yeah, the refs will sort it out. You just do your thing and then see how it goes.
Yeah.
We believe in you.
You don't need to understand the game, you just need to understand the games, you know?
I won't bother inspired for the qualifiers. I'm just inspired for the finals. But
Yeah.
Okay, so, an artificer throws a bang up into the air, and you're off. One of the random guys has kind of gotten a good jump and just heads out in front of you. The Vulture is going to try and pull ahead off the gate. And with a nat 20, absolutely,
Oh my god.
Oh,
absolutely does.
He's just qualifier,
yeah, but they need to qualify.
Yeah, but
So-
Sibel's okay. He's already got into the relay.
Route number 3 is going to simply stay. Route number 3 is going to stay for this run.
So he's like on the same level as Rube 1.
Yes. So, Nefel, you wish to stay?
Stay.
You stay. And the other 2
Pull ahead
routes,
at the end.
Yeah.
He's doing it right.
1 and 4
Like the dark
have to
horse.
stay.
Okay.
So, at the end of the first stage, only route number 2 and the Vulture are ahead. So, route number 2 has the benefit from the initiative roll that they get to stay ahead for the first 3 rounds without making checks.
Useless to them. Doesn't
So,
matter until the end.
He has got his first wind, he is going first. The Vulture, who is currently ahead, has to make a Constitution saving throw to stay ahead.
Gotta watch your constitution. What's what you gotta beat on that roll, by the way?
Which?
Don't worry
The
about
constitution.
15. They fail, so they are no longer ahead, and they have a level of exhaustion.
Now, what does that mean for rolling strength?
Nothing, but if they gain 2 levels of exhaustion, they collapse and are out.
Okay, yeah.
Just
Route number 3 is going to continue in place. Nefel.
Stay.
Stay. Nefel stays. Route number 1 is going to attempt to pull ahead.
It's probably
slow and steady.
And fails. And fails, gaining a level of exhaustion.
You
Poor
see,
fella tried.
room 3.
a nice steady jog will win me this race.
Yeah.
And route number 4 is going to stay.
It's as if the
You're all
mismatching
too
shoes
ambitious.
So,
help him
as we
somehow.
enter the third,
I did forget to check when we woke up if we
route number
forgot
2
anything.
is still ahead, but on the last of
Just
its
see
benefits.
his like underwear start to come down.
The Vulture is going to stay this round with her level of exhaustion. Route number 3 is going to stay. Nefel, we are in the third round. Stay. Route number 1 is going to try and pull ahead again.
Damn, they're really
And
going for it.
fails.
Oh, they're exhausted.
Fails, exhausting himself, collapsing to the ground. He is out.
Oh,
Your one is dead.
or IP.
Okay.
With Rube number 4 staying in place. As we enter bout number 4, Rube number 2 now has to. Rube number 2 is ahead, but now has to make a Constitution save to stay ahead.
This is where he falls down.
Yeah.
Failing it,
No, you're so
losing
right.
his head position, and giving him a level of exhaustion.
Don't lose your head.
It's good storytelling.
We can't gamble because we're in it, but next year we should gamble on these.
Surely we can gamble in the things that we're not partaking in.
Is it too late?
I know, I'm actually this.
I don't know what order the games are in. I don't want to
Neither
miss
The
do I.
vulture is going to.
prediction.
The vulture is going to stay this course. With Rube number 3 going to try to pull ahead.
Is everyone just completely even right now?
Making it.
Looks like he made it.
Nefel,
Stay.
you're staying?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I might play.
Those constitution checks would ruin you.
The fella's just hoping everybody has a good time.
And Rube number 1, or Rube number 4 is going to stay. Rube number 2, as we enter the 5th round, is going to try to pull ahead even with their level of exhaustion.
Oh,
We're both
And
gonna
succeeds!
oh.
Oh no, underdog.
Rube!
The group from the start.
Does he even have a name?
Yeah, Snake have a name.
Our champion, Rube.
What is your name, champion? Ruben!
The vulture is going to attempt to pull ahead. Succeeding.
Oh! Things are heating up.
Vulture is going to get their ass so bad.
Rube number 3 is currently ahead, has to make their Constitution save.
Birds don't have very good legs.
Succeeding. They are still ahead.
What
Nefel,
about ostriches?
Stay.
you stay.
Even if
One
they're
final
white.
round after this, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
However, I will warn you that not being ahead in the 6th round will give you a severe disadvantage.
Yeah, but if I pull ahead now and lose my constitution, I'll be behind again.
So no, you don't have to make Constitution. You have to make Constitution save next turn.
Yeah, the 6th round.
But not being ahead will.
Yeah, but if I next round try and get ahead, I can be ahead.
We don't understand the mechanics, Kev.
What I'll say is,
But round 3, I think, would be the
everyone who is
Yeah.
considered ahead in the 6th stage has a chance for the medal
At the beginning of the 6th stage or at the end?
at the beginning.
But like,
Okay,
you're
that's what
you're like
Yeah.
way
Okay.
behind.
But you won't
Is the-
be
is the
ahead in
problem.
the
No,
beginning.
because everyone ahead is the same level of ahead, right?
Yeah, so you don't
Yeah.
get double ahead.
But wait,
So
did you not just say it's
well, you're
at the
saying at
beginning?
the beginning of the 6th round.
No, okay, so at the beginning of the 6th round, everyone who's considered ahead has a chance for the medal, and all the people who are ahead make athletics checks.
Okay, so that's what you didn't tell me that. Well, I'll go ahead, please. I'll try and go ahead.
Yeah.
Goodness.
You do it, we believe you.
Honestly, I'm figuring
Do you think he has this?
We'll see. Okay. Come on, baby. Okay, and that
I think he's
is
got it.
18 plus 6.
This is
You're well ahead.
This is the qualifier.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
fuck
if he
it.
wasn't going to qualify, maybe I
Fuck you, Rube number 4.
But he's already in the ring. He'll be fine.
You'll be fine.
Rebecca on her tracking board has put a little heart around Nefel's name.
Aww.
Aww.
And
Ricky's
as
favorite.
Aww.
Rube number 4 is going to successfully pull ahead as well. All tracking members are ahead as we
My
enter the
tongue.
6th stage.
As we enter the final round.
So all 5 of you, one competitor in this race has fallen out exhausted. But all 5 of you have reached the 6th stage. All of you have pulled ahead, and all of you have a chance for the medal. All of you will now make athletics checks. Top 3 earn medal. Alright, top 3 are qualified.
Holy shit.
So
These are just qualifiers, oh lord.
You got it, Nefel. You're going to regionals.
Do you have this? Should I be-
16 plus 6.
22.
22.
22.
I can add.
22.
22.
20.
22?
22.
22?
22.
22.
He's like that Lily Allen ballad.
Why
No.
is that song
Taylor
go?
Swift.
Lily Allen also has a song called 22 that predates it.
Yeah, but I'm trying to remember anything about that.
Oh, it's about how sad she is that her life was ruined when she's 22.
Yeah, but I can't remember the beat or the chorus or
It's because it's not very good.
Yeah, that makes
Oh.
sense. Oh yeah. No one's arguing that.
Also,
So, rounding that last bend, the fella who has been pacing himself the whole time picks up a dead sprint and bursts ahead of the crowd, coming in first place with a roll of 22.
That was only the qualifiers, and that felt like a big win for me.
With Rubes number 2 and 4 following in a dead heat
Get
right
fucked,
behind.
Vulture.
With Rube number 3 and the Vulture of the Cerulean Gull following just shy behind them.
Now
The
the top
vultures
3
out.
end up in the.
Yes.
Okay, so
So
there
the
is a
vultures
chance
out.
that both of you can get into the.
You suck, Vulture. Who said that?
You see, she kind of just like dirty eyes you and just like storms off.
Stomping.
But she will return.
Vulture will remember
In the
that.
box around.
Why does it say end of Act 1 up here? Oh, weird.
So if she doesn't reach an unfortunate shoelace accident.
Nefel, you have placed then in the qualifying round. As we then move to the next seed.
More games.
That brings us to
Mind games.
It's a race, then you do some Sudoku, and then more race, and then more Sudoku.
hold on one.
Or a nice tangram. I do love a tangram.
Adjust some stuff.
Yeah. It's like a puzzle, but it's a weird shape.
You have lots of shapes and you have to make them into a picture.
Oh, yes. I didn't know what that was called.
Got a whole book of them, too.
Fucking wasted so much of my early childhood on the internet playing escape room Newgrounds games and online tangrams. Don't even worry about it.
Oh, I wasted a lot of my time.
Okay, so as
tangrams
we
with the book that I
so
have.
as we start the next round of races for Persephone and Juno's heat, the two of you give me initiative rolls.
Hoof against hoof. Can you imagine?
Who will pick up the strongest?
Initiative.
4v2, we'll find out which is better.
how many other contestants are there in this?
Same amount, 4 other rooms.
Wait, which initiative is it?
Initially.
Yeah.
Which, when you think about
So-
it, it's really 5 rooms.
Yeah.
13.
9.
I think we're all the room in ourselves.
See?
Everybody else shits their
9.
pants, that'll be fun.
Happens more than you think.
Words to live by.
Just a bunch of runners like.
Like that one famous photo.
So, as the 6 of you
All around.
reach your places, you all, with a bang, start running. Route number 1 pulls out ahead first.
How are these random people doing better?
In the first round,
Yeah, I should
with
pre-tie
routes
their
3 and
wrists
4
down.
staying
You
steady.
probably focused on just
Persephone,
that.
would you like to pull ahead or stay?
Fuck no, I'm staying here.
You stay.
Fucking see what we're
Bad
doing.
idea. Pace yourself.
Route number 2 is going to stay. Juno. Pull ahead or stay?
What am I out of these using for running, by the way?
Currently nothing.
Okay,
If you
okay,
so if you wish to pull ahead, it's an athletics check.
Oh, it's not that.
But don't pull it yet. Don't pull
You
it
have to do a
yet.
constitution
Pull
check
ahead
to
at the end.
stay ahead.
Okay, I'm staying.
You stay.
The fell had the right fucking theory here.
Because people, the guy got knocked out last round when someone tried to push themselves too hard.
So at the start of these, so after that first round, only route number 1 is ahead due to the initiative roll. As we enter the second phase, he is still ahead. Route number 3 is going to try and pull ahead
Yeah, no, stay.
Yeah,
Stay.
pull it direct, pull it direct.
and succeeds.
Really, though, Callie should be doing this.
Oh, we're the only two.
With route number 4 is going to stay.
You
Persephone.
have a great constitution.
Persephone.
Persephone!
Yeah! I'm not fucking looking at you, know.
Do you stay or do you pull ahead?
I said stay.
We're on the second. No, this is the second phase.
Oh, the second mode?
Wait.
Wait, okay. If Persephone pulls out a sword and technically starts a combat,
That-
can he charge?
It's definitely against the rules.
You'd
It's not
immediately get
magic.
kicked out.
have to catch him first.
Then Giuseppe does not do that. Giuseppe stays.
He says,
Surely we had to leave our weapons behind.
Surely. Yeah, he's just running along there clanking.
Clang, clang, clang.
So I did so poorly in the long jump.
I have to put my mace at
Oh,
home.
I was wearing all these rocks.
room number 2 is going to stay at Juno. Do you wish to pull ahead or stay?
I'll stay.
You stay. As we get to the third bout, room number 1 is going to continue their head position for the final time. With room number 3 going to have to make a constitution saving throw to continue. Failing, losing their head position, and gaining them a level of exhaustion.
Does that mean they're rolling with disadvantage?
Nope.
Okay.
No, exhaustion in this is just more like a marker context.
Yeah.
They
Okay,
get
cool.
2. Get KO.
Strict one.
Room number 4 is going to try and pull ahead.
Fail number 1. We can leave that on the board forever.
Succeeding.
Ooh. The fools.
Persephone.
This is the third
This is the
round.
third
A
run.
sprint is usually just like all out from the get-go.
Seven,
It's usually like
shells,
a long one.
70 stays. Room number 2 is going to stay Juno.
I'm gonna stay.
You're going to stay. We get to the fourth round. Room number 1 is going to have to make a constitution save to keep that head position.
I have no idea.
I have no idea. I mean, Ash looked this, but
Failing it. Losing their head position, gaining the exhaustion.
fools.
Room number 3, currently exhausted, going to try and pull ahead again.
Fools.
Oh.
Succeeding.
Damn. People love an underdog.
Room number 4,
Breaker.
going to have to make a con save to continue their head positions. Failing, losing their head, gaining exhaustion.
That's everyone.
Oh.
Except for route 2.
Bruce and Juno don't, so...
Yeah, Beast, Juno.
And route 2's fine.
Persephone, we are in the 4th round. Do you wish to pull ahead or stay?
Stay, Bish.
If you,
You got one more to
if you pull
go.
ahead this round, you have to make a constitution
Yeah.
check next round.
What's your constitution?
Yeah.
+1.
Oh, then don't.
Go.
What's your athletics?
+3.
There it is. Yeah,
Oh,
better than that.
oh, you can just save it for round 5.
Fine.
Do what? I mean, do what?
What would your Beast would do?
Yeah.
What would Boost do?
What would Bruce do? The crowd just knows.
No,
he
he's
wants-
holding his
Yeah, yeah. He wants to win more than
you should ever ask
Well,
yourself in that situation.
He's like, what would Boost do? And we'll do the opposite.
Yeah.
Bruce will hear the
holds.
good
The answers always get stabbed.
That's the internal double
Holds.
block.
Room number 2 is going to try and pull ahead. Failing, gaining a level of exhaustion immediately.
Fool.
Juno, we're in the 4th round. Do you wish to pull ahead or stay?
Stay.
Nice.
You stay. As we enter the 5th round.
It's all in the 5th round, baby.
As we enter the 5th round,
only round that matters.
to place, you have to be ahead starting the 6th round.
Everyone make the final push. I'm middle of the second final.
So room number 1 is going to, it has to make a constitution save to continue their ahead.
Oh, we're going ahead.
Succeeding, they're still ahead. Entering the 6th round.
That's river number 1.
Yeah.
That's room number 1. Room number 3 is currently ahead, has to make a con save. Failed. They are already exhausted, so they are out. They collapse.
KO.
Gone.
It's a brutal game. Nice. Rebecca has just drawn a face with 2 X's for eyes and a single line for the mouth.
They did.
Love the commentary on the commentary.
I will say this is very fun with this board. Listening
We have
back
to
to this
visually
will
just
not
we have to describe the visuals, you know?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's for historical purposes.
think about
Those of you listening, you can draw your own visuals
Really,
at
if you think
home.
about your preservationist, like it's
Yeah, It's the bard way.
belongs in the museum.
Room number 4 is also currently exhausted, going to try for it. And failed.
KO.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
guys have less competition than Nefel did.
Persephone.
Beast is pulling
Make an
it!
athletics check. This is
Oh.
DC 20.
What? Anyway, you guys.
Wait, what?
It wasn't
Just-
that for
just-
me.
I forgot to do that.
What?
No!
Qualifier. You know what? I'll throw this into the main range. We'll do qualifier for stick 15.
Wait, what the wait, fuck.
Because each round
Yeah,
it
each
gets harder
round
for
it's a more difficult athletic check. I forgot to do that in yours. We'll do that for the main.
That's for
your
the final.
qualifier. Your
Everyone's
15.
taking it easy in the qualifier.
So we have to do 15.
So that's
Oh, I see.
23.
Oh,
You're safe.
These
You're
are-
If
ahead.
it was 20, you would have gone anyway. Oh god.
This event somehow seems harder than the last one.
The last
I do-
rube.
It's because running is very bad.
Gonna try and pull ahead. Fails. Is out.
That's where we were 2.
So many people have fallen down.
Oh my
So-
god, this is a brutal round.
Juno.
I'm gonna.
Try to pull ahead.
Pull ahead.
Yeah.
Make the DC 15 athletics check.
Wait,
GOAT.
15?
15.
Yeah, it would.
You have
Yeah.
It was 50. I decided to keep
It's
15.
gonna be 20 in the
Okay.
main
The
event,
final, yeah.
which I don't feel good about.
15.
15?
Yeah.
Exactly. Nice.
You did it.
You pull ahead.
That's all you needed to get.
Eat.
I'm exhausted already.
So, as we enter the third bout, all three, there are only three competitors left.
Oh, you guys have to place
So,
no matter
all
what.
of you will place. It is now a matter of which placement. So, I want two of you to make me. It is.
Oh, they're guaranteed.
Gladius Astra's looking pretty good so
Yeah,
far.
It's gonna be so easy to find a crew for that boat.
Make me an athletics. So, do you make me an
Oh,
athletics
that's what we
checks.
should do.
Okay.
Let's go grab the vulture.
Net 20!
Hey!
Woo! That one time.
That's a 7.
7.
You're still gonna place. You're still gonna place.
Yes.
The Rube had rolled a 9. So Persephone darts ahead first with this Rube just kind
It's on those
of
legs.
hammering
Cheating.
back behind you, and then Juno following very closely behind.
Great.
So you have both placed in the main event.
I mean, it's essentially like putting a horse into a human race. Like, it's not.
Do we need a stupid man on their back to
No, you don't.
that way them down?
Okay, so sorry. For clarification, it gets more difficult each round you decide to leave off to pull ahead.
Jesus Christ, this is the max one, huh?
This
I
The last one was
actually,
too.
I
you've got to give me leeway on this.
looking
I've
at
been
it.
figuring these mechanics out as I go.
No, that's fair, that's fair. We're
so
sorry
it
for having
starts
someone
off
sign
at
up for every.
It starts at 15. Run 2 is 16. Run 3 is 17. Run 4 is 18. Run 5 is
Okay.
19. Actually,
Well,
sorry.
that makes sense because I was wondering why the fuck would anybody.
Yeah, bother going.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely fair. That's
It's
right.
still-
Even
this-
with that, I think with my,
Even with that match, the best strategy is still to pull ahead in round 5.
depending on what your
Because then
But
you
what if
can
they
have
hadn't picked more
is.
strength? But
If you
If
really
you
Great.
have, if you
Great
have
constitution.
fantastic
Fair to
constitution,
assume
then
that
pull
the
ahead early.
Constitution stays constant.
Yes, the Constitution's constant. The Constitution's
What's the
15 no matter what.
Constitution?
1 plus 1.
Okay, do we all? You all?
0.
You got a plus 0. You got a plus 1.
Yeah, Juno's got a +1.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I mean the best strategy is
Yeah,
still
for
all
us,
of you
for
to
us
just
it's
wait.
still to
So in
wait.
the next
gotta-
race, it's Nafel, Juno, Abuse, and 3 lackeys.
And probably some random characters.
Is the
I think
vulture
there's a
still
vulture in
there?
there.
Vulture was
No,
defeated by me.
the vulture was out in
Yeah.
that in
Let's go find
the
her. She
round.
seems good.
Yeah.
We can get her for the boat. Oh,
Final
Sirens love the
round.
water.
Do they?
They love islands.
Well, Opa's pretty good in the water.
I don't know if that's a calories all over it.
If it's anything like centaurs, everything that goes for Opa goes for Osiris.
That's what Stephanie says.
It's always
Has
legit.
it proved him wrong yet? Like,
Always
No,
legit.
we've never asked the centaur.
We've never asked a centaur.
No one should ever ask a centaur.
Because
Welcome to a new segment. Ask a centaur.
the Thilia's best search engine.
Imagine Buse giving fucking agony aunt advice.
Oh, I'd love that so
Have you
much.
tried
want
stealing
this.
into his house and looking through his things?
You know, to cheer you up,
Just based
rope.
around that.
That's so good.
Lost your vote? I know where to check. The Harbor Master via stitch in a row.
And how should I get in there?
Okay, so
I've
as
just been
after
stabbed once. What should I do?
after all of the qualifying
Stay
rounds,
stubborn. Get stabbed again.
after all the qualifying rounds have wrapped, the competition has now got 7 competitors.
Wee. Come on, guys.
gonna need some energy for all this.
1, 2, 3,
7
4,
competitors.
Let's
Oh,
make this an 8-legged race.
Nefel, Juno, Persephone. And as you are all brought out once again, Versi announces the actual competition, announcing you all again of introducing Nefel, Juno, Persephone, Spira, Leyland, Hatria, and Pancras.
Oh, Pancras is here.
Hatria.
Hatria.
That bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Spira once again
Former
is
rivalry.
Spira once again is the blonde siren who had received an injury previously. Pancras is Pancras is an Oread nymph,
I wink.
Is that what you want?
which if
Hmm?
I
Which one's the Oread?
Atlanta.
An
Yeah.
Oreo
Not
nip.
Atlanta.
An
No.
Oreo.
I'm an Orion.
Oh.
Me and Go have been calling them Oreados for months.
is a mountain dwelling nymph, but you find like he's got like kind of a deep tan complexion, but he also has bright orange hair.
What is that reminding me of? Something deep in my brain is like, oh, of course.
Dark skin, orange hair.
Once again, Leyland,
Oh,
Leyland, the very buff man who was squatting at Persephone, is kind of just death glaring. He's like, these
Surely we
legs,
should get
they
him.
got you.
Yeah, Leyland
They got you
seems
now.
to.
Let's keep a list of who we should get. Okay, we definitely want the
Is
bullshit.
he in this?
Let's ask all of
Did
them.
you untie his face?
Of course, yes.
He's made sure
I
this
think
time.
Atlanta might have problems. We should get Hatria.
Hatria, who is,
They'll
of
figure
course, the
They'll figure it
Amazonian, one of Val's Queen's Guards.
She's
And this time, new
Queen's Guard, she
to
maybe
all of you is
Pancras.
I already mentioned Pancras. Okay, that's all. Sorry, don't know why I got Pancras in there. So yeah.
It's time.
So it is time. So as you all take your marks at the starting line, the artificer creates its little flash device, and all of you give me initiative rolls.
Now, Nefel has already played, so he's guaranteed a place. Actually, isn't Boost also in the relay?
Not one.
Net 20!
Hey!
So we just need to get Juno in.
And Atlanta.
5.
That
And
first one was
Atlanta.
busted,
These
it was
definitely
like-
go so
No,
fast
no,
and
no,
scares
no,
no.
I like how you guys are like, oh, we just need to get them in.
He actually didn't stop running from the
I've
first
Well,
got so
Callie
many
needs to-
inspirational last
Okay.
If you want to win the event, give Callie away.
I just imagine me about giving us pep talks beforehand.
Oh, that's my Callie's deal.
If I stop, I will die!
That'd be some kind of buff for that 20 to start, right? And no debuff for the.
No,
Going
debuff.
first initiative gets you ahead at the start without
Yes.
the Constitution checks.
So as you all bang make a jump for it, Persephone, you are filled with a gusto to beat Leyland at any given moment and pull out as the first ahead. You are now ahead for the next 3 rounds without deficit. Woo! Next up is, in fact, Leyland, who is going to immediately try to also pull ahead.
You can't get these.
Getting knocked out early. Boost knows what he's doing.
So this, and yeah, we're doing
Just
this.
knock
Like
out
this
the
time, we're doing the
competition
stacked
by
athletics check. So he's going to do a
tormenting.
DC 15 on this round.
It worked last time, honestly, with the shoes. It worked.
Making it, he is ahead.
Damn.
Pancras is going to also try to ball ahead.
Mad lad. New guy.
Failing.
Pancras
He is immediately exhausted.
or IP.
Someone did their stretches.
There's not much flat plains in the mountains.
Spira is going to stay.
Why is it so
Juno,
flat?
would you like to stay or play?
Jelly.
Oh, we warned you about jelly legs. We warned you.
Hatria, the Amazonian, is
You were ready for it.
Hatria, the Amazonian, is going to stay for this round. Nefel.
Stay.
Nefel stays. So, as we enter the second round, the DC now knocks up to 16. Persephone, you are already ahead and safe. No need to take Constitution save. Leyland has to make a Constitution save, though, as he is already ahead.
He's just Baywatch running, no problem.
Pancras makes the con save. He stays ahead.
Nail it. You
Nail
nailed
it.
Leyland.
Yeah.
That's Squat Boy.
Yeah.
Top
No,
one.
we said pancreas.
Ah.
Pancras, then, is going to stay for the moment. He has already has a point of exhaustion. Spira is going to stay. Yeah, Spear is going to stay for this round. Juno, would you like to pull ahead or stay?
Stay.
You would like to stay. Hatria. Hatria is going to attempt to pull ahead on a DC 16.
Cool.
She's
Failing.
risking it for a biscuit, and she lost.
Gains 8 points of exhaustion.
Oh boy.
She's, as they say, a duckard.
Fell.
I stay.
Stay. As we enter the third round, DC now 17 per athletics checks. Persephone, you still keep your ahead status for the moment. This is your last round. Leyland has to make a 15 con save. Saving. He is still ahead.
Constitution.
I believe in you, squad boy.
Pancras is going to stay for the moment. But Spira is going to attempt to pull ahead.
Fool.
Imagine Callie yelling when she sees someone. Fool! You run faster, fool!
17. She just fails with a 16.
See, fool.
You were right, Lizzie. When you're right, you're right.
Sometimes it just be.
We've worked out the best strategy here.
Juno.
It just makes sense.
Guys, there's space up here. Come on up.
So, we are on the third round. It's a DC 17 athletics checks to pull ahead.
I'm staying.
Poor
I'm
Juno
fine.
just
You're staying?
uses that.
So just so you know, so the next round will be a DC 18, and the round after the fifth round before the end is a DC 19. You happy to say?
What? Oh, sorry, I didn't realize you were still talking to me. I'm so sorry.
So just to make sure you know, so this round is a DC 17 to pull ahead. Next round is 18, and the round after that is 19.
You want to pull in
accept.
the fifth round.
So you still stay?
I'm still.
still staying?
I'm still staying.
On the line.
Hatria.
Give it 16 up.
Yeah.
You should only pull ahead early if you have good calm.
Yeah.
Which,
Oh dear.
who of our group has good calm?
I mean,
Yeah.
Third round,
Once I
Hatria
was
is going
drinking a
to
margarita.
stay.
Constitution.
You fell.
how many times have we used dashes during chase or days without
Oh, yeah, that's
breath
good.
for minutes?
We did use whole breath a
We
while
have the
ago.
best
Oh, stay.
constitution.
Stay. As we enter the fourth round, Persephone,
Fucking
you
wizards.
are ahead in the fourth round. You now have to make a DC 15 Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
It comes out now.
Oh dear.
You got this, horse boy. You don't
That
got this,
is a
horse boy.
10.
You lose your ahead status and you gain a level of exhaustion.
Can you just willingly lose it? Just take it easy and drop
I
it?
didn't put on my running shoes.
That's not an option in a race.
They have little ticks on them.
Oh, to go faster.
Leyland is now making a Constitution saving throw. And fails.
Ah! I just
Fuck
wanted to
yeah,
do it.
finally.
He loses his ahead position.
No one's ahead. Juno and everyone's going
Everyone's back in the start.
Everyone just
ran back.
We're all level again.
That's how I like to think of it anyway.
Wait, this isn't fair.
Hold on a minute. Let's give us all a fair shake.
With a
Keep pushing your boy
DC
into
18 athletics check now, Pancras is going to attempt to pull ahead.
Ooh, dodgy. He's already
Wild one.
Fails.
Oh!
Another one.
Pancras.
Okay.
Pancras, the
He tripped!
orator.
He tripped. You see, you kind of he is. I don't know. You're looking at him. You do not know why this man decided to get into a running event because he is absolutely not for. He's gasping.
It's all about the fun of
See,
the
that would be me.
game.
That's why I didn't partake.
He's used to going uphill.
That's the whole problem.
Yeah, it's better up
Spyra
there.
is going to stay for this round. Juno,
He leant too
would you
far
like to
forward.
stay or pull ahead?
Is this round 4?
Fourth, right?
Yes.
This is fourth, so this will be a DC 18.
I'm staying.
You stay.
Put it all on. Yeah. Put it all on.
Bet it all on one die.
Hatria is going
At
to
least that way you
attempt
can
to
hang
pull
on.
ahead.
She's already exhausted though.
It doesn't make the save. She thinks.
Nothing dropped.
My poor girl.
Dun, dun, dun.
Fell.
Stay.
Stay. As we enter the fifth round, remember to place you need to be ahead after the end of this round.
You got this.
Persephone,
You got
there's
this.
a DC 19 athletics check to pull ahead.
Oh. Oh. So that one.
Now one.
Oh.
Persephone,
Just
you
fall
gain
on
a level of
his fucking
exhaustion. You
face.
fall, you are out.
Ah!
I really thought he had it.
Trip over on his feet.
I think Squad Boys threw a spanner in the works
I
for
think he's
whatever
got too many
reason.
feet.
Next up
He
is
did say
Leyland,
for
who is
wrong
going to
shoes.
attempt to pull ahead again.
He didn't put on his running shoes. He's still got his sneaking shoes on.
Oh, that's
They're
the problem.
slippery.
Leyland
Tap
pulls
shoes.
ahead.
No, not squat man.
Somebody, please,
Angus is out, so Spira is going to attempt to pull ahead. And fails! Spira
What?
exhausts and knocks herself out.
Wait,
That's
wait,
fine.
we're all gonna qualify.
All except Bruce.
He's new.
Okay.
And
The Beast is already in the
so to pull
relay.
ahead is a DC 19 athletics check.
So this is 50. This
That's
is
nice.
five.
Great.
Legs, you've got a medal. Just don't fall down.
Okay.
You got the scroll.
But like, even if you fail this roll,
There are
you're still
only
gonna
three
be in the
people standing.
final three. Yeah,
Okay.
there's no way you can lose.
Yeah. With Bruce falling on his face.
So
Thank
that's
you.
for
Oh, you're good. You're good.
Athletics.
athletics. Yes. So that's 17.
17. You do not make the ahead roll. You have a level of exhaustion.
But you're still up.
I'm still up.
So you're gonna go third, probably.
Yeah. Third is.
Oh, let's see.
You fell.
No, I got a 11.
You gain a level of exhaustion.
I really thought they had this.
This is hard.
This is a hard one.
Yeah.
So, entering the final round, only one of the competitors is in the ahead state. Leyland immediately grabs the gold.
However, what about us two?
Smithers.
Competing for silver here. Or adamantine.
Yeah, it's adamantine and then.
Mithril, adamantine, bronze.
Yeah.
So,
Can I just, so as Bruce is out, is he able to communicate with people?
in a moment, we are currently, I want to just finish this. Leyland has played first, there's just Juno and Nefel left in the race. The two of you make for me athletics, just blank just athletics checks.
23.
23?
That's a 6. So that's 10.
10. Nefel, you're both of you are just kind of gasping, panting for air, trying to keep up with Leyland. But Nefel, you guys just a second when the end has burst through, just following hot on his heels, and finally following behind you is Juno in third place.
Well, at least none of us got knocked out.
And
Have you, Stephanie?
as the three of you cross the finish line, you are ushered then over to another podium near the runners segment, where Leyland is standing on top with his mithril medal.
I slap him on the back. Well done.
Nefel, you are
chap.
offered an adamantine
I'm
medal,
gonna collect them
and
all.
Juno, you have a bronze medal.
Catch him.
And you can compete in the relay.
And all, of course, Nefel could already.
You're all in.
Yeah.
All three of you are in.
If I keep on qualifying, less people will be in the relay.
It's true. Keep doing it.
So Kev would be wildly out of the bounds of possibility for Bruce to sneak through the crowd.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, absolutely it would.
You guys did
What
great.
are you trying to do?
Damn
Are you trying to get his shoes again?
Yeah.
Because he's in first, so he is again distracted by the crowd.
But also,
Yeah, but Giuseppe
all
is
the
not
crowd is
there.
looking at number one.
Just
Oh, after this, you should fight him.
The boxing is
the
coming up at
boxing.
some
He'll
point.
definitely
Oh,
be the
fuck.
boxing.
Between the next games, Bruce is knocking off his tap dancing shoes that you kept on.
Thanks for
Remind
that.
me.
I'm putting on his running
I'll
shoes.
just write down. So the winners, the long jump was
Me.
Nefel.
So it was
Nefel,
Leyland,
Leyland,
Nefel,
Bruce.
and
Giuseppe.
Juno.
Giuseppe.
Oh, I'm sorry.
The long jump was Nefel, Leyland, Boost.
So Leyland's been in both.
Leyland has placed in both.
As
Ah.
It sounds like for me like a Leyland versus
Nefel,
Nefel
Leyland.
situation.
I bet he likes Sidon too.
Hey Leyland, weird question. Religion? What do you think?
As a religious
Yeah.
man, what do you think?
Who's your favorite commander? Leyland.
I like two boys.
Oh, that's a good question too, eh? Hey Leyland, you busy later?
Do you know what? I think we'll actually leave it there for the evening. We'll pick up tomorrow. So you're still in the middle of the first day. Next up is the discus throw.
You got this, you got this, you got this.
But considering how complicated the mechanics have been, I would prefer not to get into it this late in the game.
That's fair.
Do you know who will be in all the other games coming up?
Possibly.
Is Leyland in the boxing?
You do not. Very
Is it
well.
not like a sheet?
But
Well, most people are most people are participating. Everyone like you have to reach a qualifying round.
But would he be has he signed up for the boxing?
You have to
We'll
ask.
find out.
You have
You
to
have
find
to go to the Pigeon Row to get someone to go get the sheets.
You'll have to find out something.
I have to go to the Stitcher Road to get somebody to find Bulbug, then into the boxing, and to beat the shit out of me.
Oh shit! If Bulbog entered, shit, it'll be fun.
I wish Bulbug
So,
did all the things
as you are
running.
all taking the downtime before, and those of you that are getting prepared for the discus, get ready for the next event. There, we are going to end our session.
Beautiful.
Callum starts doing cartwheels warm up.
Thank you very much for listening, if indeed you still are.
Of course they are. They gotta hear the tune.
Huh?
They gotta hear our outro. Of course they're still listening.
Yeah, of course, of course. I hope you have a really nice day. I love you very much. Yeah, take it away.
In a bar called O'Malley's, where we plan our escape.
Oh, it's you!
Gordon.